Kyle, my voice gets cracky. You take in.
All right. Welcome to Culture Shock's first After Hours after show.
After
Hours.
We're like Doofenshmirtz, but like a little more cooler. Except
A little
we don't
more,
have a giant building that looks like Ferb's head sitting in the middle of the city.
Yeah, now you mentioned it does look like Ferb's head. Anywho,
Did you not know that joke?
I just caught on to it now. Anyway,
They said it in the movie.
I didn't watch the movie.
Oh,
the cross-slinging dimension.
I watched like the ending of it.
Oh, you gotta watch the whole movie.
I'll
the whole
get
movie's
there.
funny.
I'll get there.
Because they're like, when they're getting shot through the building, Phineas is like, hey, we're aiming for that building that looks like your head. And Ferb was just like, huh?
Well, speaking of Phineas and Ferb, then, isn't there supposed to be a new...
Yeah, they're working on it right now.
When's it supposed to come out? Supposed to come out this year or is it next year now?
Maybe end of this year. I know Dan Povenmire has been very vocal on it. So I think he's just giving it time to create. He doesn't want to rush it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I love Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah. He never said how many episodes. He just said it's got a full-fledged next season revival. It's a continuation. It's not going to be anything rebooted. It's just the same series.
Listen, I'll be a 95-year-old man with genters, and I still be watching Phineas and Ferb and trying to do the unexpected surprise.
So, I'm going to move these out of the way because they're kind of just blocking.
Yeah. But
right here for right now.
Anywho, so we are here today talking about quite a bit of news that happened currently.
Just a few things. Yeah.
Just a few.
Just getting in the After Hours, which you missed a little bit of the X-Men 97. What did you think of the series in full, Adam?
I fucking love this series.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I love this. This was so great. This was such a nice... It was just nice to go back to that universe. And I've been worried, and I've been kind of worried about how Marvel was going to deal with X-Men. And just bringing back the 97 show, bringing back the old 90s series, it was like, all right, we're going to be in safe hands. Everything's looking great. Wolverine was great as always. My favorite character was actually Cyclops. I really do like Cyclops.
They really brought him in, and they said, we know that people kind of are hitting on Cyclops, yet here we are. We're going to make him cool again. And that first episode, he came in, and you're like, oh shoot, he's kind of cooking up in here. He's doing some stuff.
They never did justice for Cyclops in the movies, and I was always upset about that because
movies, comics, same thing. I mean,
Wolverine and Cyclops are my favorite. Are my favorite.
Come to me, my X-Men.
My favorite line was definitely "To me, my X-Men."
It's catchy little tune, ain't it?
So good to hear the 97s. It was so good to hear that song. That was one thing. What else was great about it? Oh, actually, I was excited to see Mojo. I was like, Mojo.
I was. Well, and I will admit. So speaking of the Mojo and all that Motendo, Motendo,
yeah,
I was sitting there. Oh, Todd. Oh, sweet Todd. With Motendo, I was kind of sitting there. I was like, yeah, that would typically be like seen as a filler episode, but they split it up. So it was Motendo, and then they had the name of it's escaping me, but
the Storm part.
The Storm storyline.
Oh, Life and Death.
Life and Death. Thank you. Life and Death. And I was sitting there, and I was like,
sorry.
You're good. I was sitting there, and I was like, wow, this actually isn't really a filler episode, oddly enough.
Honestly,
because it dealt with the whole Storm getting like her powers back and becoming kind of that more powerful Omega level mutant. And
Mojo episode was a bit weak.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit weaker, but I didn't think it was like really a filler episode because it kind of had a point. You know, it wasn't like our character was going to a wedding for some reason. She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Who said that? Anyway, who said that? That's crazy.
It's a blind man.
Yeah.
She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Oh, the best Daredevil appearance?
Honestly, okay, Kyle. For good, that episode is one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, the Daredevil episode was the best part of
Did
She-Hulk.
more justice than the show.
Damn.
Not only are you wrong,
How
you were so wrong.
How am I so wrong?
You were very wrong.
I know a lot of people who do not like the Daredevil show, besides me, just because it's very. They take their time doing a lot of shit in that damn show.
Because they have quite a bit of episodes. They're not gonna rush it. It's called a slow burn.
Not called a slow burn. Just get the Daredevil. Hey, he's blind. All right, cool. Go do shit.
Okay.
I mean, the movie was better,
but getting back to X-Men. We're getting back to X-Men.
It's like you are trying so.
and his walk of shame.
Anyway.
Man, they really did embarrass your character. It's basically is a little bitch if you think about it.
Here we go.
At least I have a character that I like. You like Batman. What are you, the vanilla of a person? Is it Batman or Superman?
What's wrong with Batman?
You literally picked the most overrated superhero on the face of the earth.
He's got a car.
Explain. How is Batman cool?
Chicks like the car.
You are quoting one of the worst movies.
No, it's not. It's not the worst movie. There's Catwoman exists.
And Batman and Robin.
And Fan Forstick.
One of the worst Batman movies.
Batman and Robin actually isn't a bad movie. Didn't you voiced Mr. Freeze?
Yes, I did.
In our audio drama.
And we all made fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had fun with it.
I had fun making fun of the movie.
You had fun with it.
Because the movie itself sucked.
Yeah. Can't even make fun of Daredevil show, which sucks so bad.
Okay, provide reasoning.
Let's
provide
see.
Reason.
They took... I like Frank Miller. I do like Frank Miller.
Okay.
But I don't think you should have adapted his stuff for a show. You should have did something that was a bit more fun.
Okay,
Not fun, just a bit
what
more...
of Frank Miller did they adapt?
Then there's Elektra. Daredevil's spin-off. Yeah, Elektra. Mm-hmm.
What of Frank Miller did they adapt?
Oh, the
show?
dark and broody. Ooh.
And you think only Frank Miller brought that in?
Well, Frank
he was
Miller
the one that
one of the main.
He was the one. He was. I will say Frank Miller did bring in the dark and broody.
What else did they adapt that wasn't Frank Miller?
In the show itself?
Yeah, in the show itself.
Well, they adapted, obviously, Karen, Foggy. Frank Miller did not give a shit about Karen and Foggy.
Exactly.
They adapted, obviously, Frank did bring in... yeah, Frank was the one that brought in Kingpin. I mean, they chose... I'm trying to think what else did they bring in.
Listen, you can do Frank Miller's work.
Yeah.
It only works with the right person.
Okay.
I don't think it worked with that Netflix crew.
Why do you think it didn't work?
Because if you see how, I'm going to use him as an example, because he actually did pretty good with what he was a lot of the time to do it with, and you know who I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
You know who I'm going to mention.
See it.
Zack Snyder.
Oh, okay.
Well, and he said he wants to do Daredevil. I would actually sit and watch him do Daredevil.
Interesting to see.
I think he could do Daredevil.
I would be interested in seeing what Zack Snyder could do with Daredevil. I'm interested in seeing what he could do.
Also,
but I would be a little cautious, but I'm interested.
Also, he doesn't wear he only wears the suit for like one season, and then he drops it again.
Yeah, I mean, because Bullseye stole it.
I don't give a shit. If you're gonna do Daredevil, give him the fucking costume.
He has it at the end of season 1.
Oh, one episode at the end of season 1.
And then he gets all of season 2.
Yeah, and he drops it again for season 3 after Defenders.
Wait,
and then he had it in Defenders.
Yeah, but that wasn't his show though.
It was a team-up show. It was still an appearance.
Yeah, he had it outside of his show. If you're gonna give him the costume, give it in his own show, not for just one season.
Okay, so
I don't want to watch Dare. What did I call him the other day? I think it was Dare. Like how they did Batman with no ears as man. Like if you're gonna do it, give him the suit.
Okay.
Netflix had the money. It's not like they're struggling for money.
Okay, and you don't think this was a narrative? You don't think that this was a narrative approach for him not to wear the suit when Bullseye stole it, tainting the Daredevil name? The whole point of that season was the FBI coming after Matt Murdock.
Okay,
so you don't think
we've seen the FBI go after Matt Murdock how many times?
Quite a bit, yes.
It's not like, listen, if you're in the Marvel universe, we watched the movie. That one reporter put it together in like 5 seconds who Daredevil was.
You talking about Urich?
Yeah.
In the 2002 Daredevil.
2003.
2003 Daredevil.
Yeah.
You want to use that as an example?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's only one blind guy everyone knows in New York. If you can't piece it together, he's right when the cane popped out.
Okay, so that's the thing.
Right when the cane popped out, he goes, "Oh, I know exactly who this is." I was like, "Yeah, I kind of saw that." Yeah.
So typically, yes.
Are you
Typically,
using Spider-Man as an example too.
Knock it off, you two.
Anyway.
I mean, this is the after show. It's not really X-Men. But again, 2003. They
2003.
gave him a proper looking Daredevil suit.
It was all motorcycle leather.
That's fine. It still has the double D on it. Yes.
If your whole problem was the double D.
Listen, if people are gonna if you're gonna complain about that and then complain about the outfit they gave Captain America in the Avengers game that looked like armor, it was.
I wasn't complaining about that.
But I'm using.
I was okay with it.
Daredevil has just more bulkier armor when he's not supposed to have like armor like that.
He's getting shot at.
Okay, so is every other hero. So is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man has like carbon fiber shit because
No, he
Tony
doesn't.
Stark gave it to him. In the movies, yes.
I would have to say organic web. The organic web,
Like
from,
even
from
you know where I'm going to connect
I
it
don't-
back now. No, I'm really coming at you.
Even
Even a show he made a quick cameo in, X-Men 97, gave him a proper comic accurate suit.
because it's a cartoon.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it matters.
You could still make it in live action. What's their excuse? Where's the actual cool Daredevil suit in live action?
Where's Batman with trunks?
what time?
You
I
don't
mean,
know?
They can give him the trunks.
You
They can
don't-
give
you
him the
don't
trunks
know
in
where
that
it
suit and it will look fine.
You don't know where
They're
the
giving,
trunks
They're
with?
giving Superman the trunks back. Batman's getting the trunks back. It's just a matter of time. You just gotta wait it out.
Okay, yeah, we're just
Trunks
gonna have
are
to wait
making
it
a
out.
comeback. Yeah,
So just like you gotta wait it out for him to get the double
3
D.
seasons.
3 seasons.
No, should have gave it to him in season 3. Should have gave him a whole new suit. It would have been cool if he would have had the all black with the giant red.
And
I would have.
look,
I would have.
they had plans to do season
No.
4. There was no reason for them not to have plans to do season 4.
Now listen, you went through all that. You still haven't given him a proper suit. Makes a cameo in a cartoon. They still make him a comic accurate suit.
Not a bad idea. Right now.
I hate to say it, and even he'll agree. She-Hulk was the closest thing to a comic accurate Daredevil suit.
I mean, they just recolored the Netflix suit. Do you realize?
Not really. It's a bit different. I've looked at them. I've examined them. Yeah, it's a bit. It's not. They're not the same in any way. There's a few things that are actually different on both suits.
Let me look at the suits.
I don't think they're really the same. It looks very different. It looks a bit more slimmer. Looks a bit more less bulkier.
Okay, so
The first Netflix one is bulky.
Okay, and
That
they
season one
proved it.
is
They
bulky.
improved. I know that they
Defenders
did
was a
improve.
little bit slimmer. It still had the
Yeah.
bulk, which was like
Pull up your phone.
What you want me to look up?
Do the Netflix one. There's this one. But I mean, all right. Let's see the other one. Because I like the yellow, but I'm more with the red. I like.
I mean, the
Daredevil.
yellow. Yeah, I mean that was definitely a.
Well, that was what for Stanley. Let's do.
That was. I mean, we got this one right here. That's from season 2.
Is that the Defender one?
This is from. Let me see.
Okay.
If you want like a full body one, we have this one right here too.
All right, let's see the one with the full body. Okay. Yeah, all right. So, all right. The mask is definitely the same. I can definitely tell that. Let's see here. The padding.
Yeah, the padding's a little different. Even in the chest, you can kind of tell.
They were definitely trying not to make it Netflix.
Because this one, he has more collar. He doesn't have a collar a little bit. That one's like a full attachment to the mask.
But I definitely.
Wow, I never looked at the season 2 one. That red is very fucking muted.
But
That's a
definitely-
dark red. Even
Well,
for Daredevil.
it's a very dark season too, bro.
Well, that's fine. You can have it be a dark season.
Mm,
But if you're gonna give me a suit for
the
him,
mask. I think the mask was the only thing they used from the Daredevil.
They look very similar.
They very much do. The mask.
Mhm.
I feel like did they get the same costume designer?
I don't know actually. I
Different
would say
costume
probably
design.
different, but I know that it was.
because I don't think anyone
did Charlie Cox bulk up? I feel like I
for
feel
which one?
for this.
Yeah, he looks a bit more bigger in that one than he did. So.
I would agree. Yeah.
But it's got just more dark color like in the season 2. Like that's just like again, even if they would have just slapped the red D right there, it would have been cool.
I also just wish they had more. Well, we are getting that suit. It is happening.
We are getting a more accurate Daredevil suit.
Like they managed to give Punisher a comic. I mean, it's not hard, but they still gave him a comic accurate suit.
What? That's perfect.
Iron Fist got a comic accurate suit.
Kind of.
In season 2, yeah, when they were doing the flashback, when they were fighting to get the power of the Iron Fist.
Yeah, they kind of gave him something.
Jessica Jones, all you had to do was give her the purple hair, pink hair. What she got?
Jewel is. Jessica Jones is not hard to give an accurate suit. They have her mention being Jewel, but I really
even Elektra got somewhat of a not comic accurate in Netflix, but
honestly,
they had more color than Jennifer.
Elektra, so Elektra actually gets her comic book suit in Elektra the movie. Which,
I was say I think they gave her that.
I want to let you know I've never seen that movie.
I've only watched a review of the movie. I have not seen it. I have been told it's pretty rough.
They don't have the DVD
my proposal.
They don't have the DVD.
My proposal before Deadpool Wolverine comes out is that you, especially for you two, that I will have you two have already seen almost all the old Marvel movies. I think it can be done.
Yeah.
With so that way, like, hey, cool. Yeah. But talking about Daredevil, what dropped?
They finally announced the show got cut down from 18 episodes now to 9 episodes.
Which is fun.
That's fine, just concerning. And it's going to try to make a March 2025 date, which that's fine. I still feel kind of you rush to get everything done on that show.
Okay.
I wonder if they cut down.
No.
Okay.
Here's my thing. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Here's my thing. I'm confident in the show. I think it's going to do great. What the fuck did they change is what I want to know. It feels like they didn't change anything. Because for them to get filming done that fast, they didn't rewrite anything.
I think what was it?
I don't think they rewrote much.
I think there was a lot of CW moments I had heard. Like we did not get to see Daredevil until I think episode 3.
Or him suit up until episode 4.
It was we didn't get to see him suit up till episode 4 or 3. I think probably what they cut down on. I know that Charlie said that until they kind of got that whole creative rewrite where they fired all the people, the creative and the directors and who may have you.
No, I think it was just a few of the writing team directors.
Whoever. Yeah. They fired some of the people. Up until then, they did not try to connect it to the Netflix show or have really anybody besides Charlie and Vincent come back.
That's fine. That's all you needed was to come back.
Right. But then when they fired him, then they brought in the actors for Karen, Foggy, Vanessa came back, and hopefully some more that we didn't see. I think that's the right direction to go. I mean, because I was a little bit on the edge when it came, not on edge, excuse me. I was a little bit on the fence when it came to the inclusion of Karen and Foggy because I like them. Mm-hmm. I really do. But I'm like, if you read like modern, like Daredevil comics now, obviously they had like a whole giant change with them, and they're trying to, they basically started Daredevil from like ground up. Mm-hmm. But they don't really. I mean, they have Foggy in it, but Karen's really not mentioned. Yeah, and it's really just Matt by himself.
Isn't he also a priest now?
He's a priest now.
Which is really cool. I do like that.
It's really interesting. Yeah, he's a priest.
This is the Zdarsky run.
This is the not Zdarsky. Zdarsky's run concluded. It's I don't know the guy's name. He came to, I think it was Comic City to do a signing or something. He's from, I believe, like our area.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember. Yep.
I feel terrible. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but phenomenal run. Yeah. But when they did that whole creative rewrite thing, I was kind of like, okay.
Now, here's what I'm gonna say. With the creative rewrite. Should I have happened? No.
Why do you think that?
Why so badly do you want to connect it to the Netflix series?
I don't think it's gonna be like super connected, but just.
I think it's gonna be bits and
pieces. I get. You want to get fans back.
Mm-hmm.
There should have been no reason you want to connect it that badly to the Netflix show.
I don't think they're gonna like. it's not going to be like super connected. I think it's just they're going to have like characters that were introduced in the Netflix show, like Karen,
That's
Foggy,
fine. That's
Vanessa,
fine.
show them back up. That's the
fine.
thing. They're not going to like
But
do a
it's
lot
the
of
fact that
dictated by what was
you
going on.
fired all those writers. Now, here's what I think. Would it have been a piece of shit the first few episodes without him showing up? No.
You would have complained.
I wouldn't have complained.
Yes, you would.
The thing is
I
that,
complained just he didn't show up until like now. If they would have done flashbacks where he's there, like that would have been fine. I would have been justified.
Right.
Here's the thing: it's either with him. This is all I'm gonna say because I'm not a Daredevil expert. You're either gonna make it. Hold on. You're either gonna make it a court drama, or you have to make it more very Daredevil focused.
See,
that's what I think they were aiming for in the first few episodes. Looking back at it, because it was Arrow writers and it was a few other good writers.
It was Arrow writers.
Yeah, they were all from season 5, so I made you believe. Oh, maybe it would have just been a court drama. That would have been cool.
I would have been okay with that, honestly. Well, and if you recall, back in our I think it was one of our like talks a while ago, we mentioned that it was going to be 18 episodes, and there was talks about him not suiting up until episode 3.
Which, if it was 18, that would have been.
I said,
still,
they have quite a long. They have the 18 episodes. It's okay to do slow burn. That's okay.
Yeah.
Now that obviously they cut it down.
Now, when it was 9, I got mad. I was like, all right, you're wasting 4 episodes. You're only going to have 5 left. How are you playing this out? If it was 18, I wouldn't have given a shit.
Well, so here's what I think that they probably cut down or cut out. Because what we were told was first half of it was going to be Muse. Second half was going to be Mayor Fisk.
Yeah, it was going to be 5-episode plot point, which I was okay with. If I get more Daredevil, I'm happy. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, with it, if I had to say, they probably cut down. And I don't like that they did, but if I had to say, they probably cut down on like Muse's stuff and was more focusing on Mayor Fisk, just because that's going to be such a pivotal point for that series and maybe future projects. We hope Spider-Man. It's also going to be what I'm thinking is 3-episode plots, and then they're moving on.
I think they're setting up the Mayor Fisk. I think that's
what I've always heard.
doing.
It's just always going to be Mayor. It was always going to be Mayor Fisk.
I wonder if they dropped Muse and just kind of replaced him with Bullseye, because if you noticed in the set photos, we see like a glimpse of.
I know he's there.
Hint of Muse, but we don't really see Muse.
Since Bullseye, that costume was fucking horrendous.
I think the costume will improve.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Which one?
The Bullseye.
I mean,
talking about the blue suit.
I think that it will. It'll evolve.
I don't like that.
I honestly think that will evolve, because, I mean,
he really does look like Vigilante from Arrow.
Again, I think that will improve, because if you noticed in one of the, it was, oh gosh, what issue was it? It was after issue 12. I want to say 18. Issue 18 of Zdarsky, he wears a very similar costume, but it has actual bullseyes. Okay. I think that
I didn't see any really bullseyes on this.
Well, yeah, I think that later on they might have that. Yeah, that bullseye. I will even say that I'll even go so far as to say the set leaks made the Daredevil costume look even less than appealing.
It was a Power Ranger.
But I think that the idea that they went with was to make it that bright red, because you're not really going to see Daredevil during the daytime. So they want to make it more pronounced red, so you can, in the nighttime shots, you can see that red. But I mean, that's my hope. I honestly, when I looked at it, I'm like, this is new. I like it. It feels familiar in the sense that it's not like a whole brand new, like they're not trying to rewrite the wheel with the Daredevil costume from the Netflix show. I'm not saying it's an exact copy, but it's to the point where it feels like that Daredevil, like it feels similar to it, but it's not like an exact carbon copy of it. And again, it feels that familiar. Yeah, I think that they will give Bullseye an actual costume that we know and love.
The blue.
I just think that there's got to be a progression. Again, all we've seen is just snippets and like set
I know,
leaks.
but
Yeah,
how hard is it to give them comic accurate suits?
Not hard.
You
Honestly,
gave
not hard.
Moon Knight one of the best looking suits in damn Phase 4.
not comic accurate.
That still looks
Yes.
fucking great.
I agree.
It
We,
fit the
if you-
Egyptian theme though. That's all that
I
mattered.
love
was
that.
you still had to fit it.
I love it, but again,
Which we
comic
all know
ac-
he's probably going to get the cool armored one
I think he will.
next.
I think he will.
coming.
The black
That's definitely going to be
Cambria.
Jake Lockley's suit.
I love the Egyptian mummy wrap.
I
suit.
rock
that looks
with it.
Sick.
I rock with it. I do.
Again, Daredevil was the easiest character to make a comic accurate suit, and you
Mhm.
can't give him it for some weird
I
reason.
think we're gonna.
What do you classify as a comic accurate suit? Do you want like the bodysuit?
Yeah, give him
Okay.
the bodysuit.
the
Okay.
D with the DD on the
Yeah.
right there?
Ben
Okay.
Affleck had like like you said, leather, but it was still kind of a
Yeah.
bodysuit a little bit.
All right.
At least it was
you know,
close enough to say, you know what, it's Daredevil. Because here's the thing: Daredevil is
yeah.
always dodging bullets. He's moving fast.
True, but he is at the end of the day, he doesn't have like superhuman agility and all this stuff. He has the radar sense and he has very good stamina and agility, but it's not Spider-Man level.
I would
I
like.
mean,
to
I don't know.
s-
She-Hulk kind of proved he was moved like.
I'd like to see the Daredevil suit from the animated series. Actually, I really like that suit.
Mhm.
But speaking of Daredevil, I gotta
Mhm.
ask. I gotta now say this. All right, and we know that Daredevil Born Again is coming.
Yep.
It's coming in March of 2025. We've watched the Netflix series is on there. We have Spider-Man on Daredevil. We have this. We have a Daredevil movie that came out on Disney Plus.
Cinema.
We all sat down and watched that.
Masterpiece.
What an interesting take. I knew he didn't like it. I didn't know.
Now here's the thing, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. It's not that I don't like it. I
Okay.
actually am one of the very few people
He
that
is a ninja
enjoys. I actually really enjoy the Daredevil movie. I think that it was a good starting point, and I think that it was definitely a product of its time.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to say it's the greatest superhero movie ever
Soundtrack
made.
makes it a product of its
Yeah,
time.
well, exactly,
I
and that's what
love
I
the
think it is. At the end of the
soundtrack.
day, is the soundtrack. It's definitely, you could tell it was made early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
The suits, same thing,
Mhm.
early 2000s. Honestly, at the end of the day, they held up. I remember sitting there being disappointed they didn't give Bullseye a costume, but they kind of
Still had
did.
the bullseye.
I like
that. Was kind of
So
That was interesting,
So
yeah.
that's how I knew Bullseye, and then I read
Mhm.
the comics with the blue.
Yeah.
All right, Lorenzo.
Yes.
You've finally seen Daredevil.
I finally seen it.
Mhm.
What did you think of it?
Well, you gave me too much power with this one.
I said, what did you think of it?
All right, all I've heard was because here's the thing: I've only ever seen like just like screenshots of it. I've only ever seen like clips. I've heard the like the memes, the "wake me up," like all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I sat down, I watched it. I went in it with the biggest open mind. I was like, listen, Kyle says it's dog shit compared to the series. It's this,
Yeah,
it's that compared to that. I'm like, all right. Let me view this with an open mind. As a non-big Daredevil fan, I have to watch this just as general audience. Am I going to like this or not? That's what I did.
Mhm.
Shut my brain off. I was commentating throughout it. I was having fun with it. Like when the rain's like falling on Electro and he sees her, I was like, oh look, it's the Twilight filter. Like that was pretty funny. I got your dad to laugh at that joke. There's a few cool things. I loved how they just made him super acrobatic because it's Daredevil. Like this man was like bouncing on the fans in that bar scene, like just taking out everyone, just like having a ball.
You were
was like,
rocking out to the soundtrack.
Oh, I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack made that fucking movie like half the time. We were just sitting there, and even you were like, "Oh, the best part's coming up." So when she's training, like she's fighting, and it's like, "Wake me up!" I was like, "Oh yeah, let's fucking go! I'm rocking out to this shit." It's like 2000s is back, baby. Woo!
I'm back down is my favorite.
Yeah, I actually listened to the soundtrack on the way home, and I was like, "This is kind of like a 10 out of 10." Just like
this
banger. I'm
this
I'm
is-
liking this. Okay.
This is like a sound. That is like
That
is the soundtrack I still
Here's the
listen to today.
I was telling Todd too. I texted Todd. I told him I watched it. He goes, "Ooh, I'm sorry." I was like, "I actually liked it." I thought, early 2000s, you usually have hit or miss with cast. They all had great chemistry. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck were able to bounce off each other.
They had good chemistry. The thing of it
Even
is,
Jon Favreau.
Early
Favreau is Foggy.
It's YouTube,
I mean,
basically.
For me, with Jennifer Gardner as Elektra,
She was good. She was great.
there was moments.
Oh, there was
There was moments.
There's a few moments.
There was
but other than
moments,
that, she was
but
still selling the.
I think that if you would have sat me down and said that she had a sequel movie, I would have said, all right, I'd see it. I wouldn't say, oh no, she doesn't deserve it.
I never asked you this. Was it considered a flop or success?
It was a flop.
Oh, it was a flop, but they still gave Elektra a sequel.
So considerably. So you're going back to 2003.
Yeah, what came out?
Yeah.
You said it was a Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah, so it was Yep, I remember seeing it. So it's on Valentine's Day weekend. The movie was awesome as a kid. I saw it when I was 7 years old, and I freaking loved this movie. Parents were so objected to the idea of this movie's too violent for my kid. I can't believe you put this out right after Spider-Man, because it was the movie right after Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember enjoying it. It very much, to me, it felt like Batman.
I know, watching some of the behind the scenes, that they actively said, we see Spider-Man, but we want to try something a little darker.
The suit.
And I know that, and what baffled me is that it flopped, and then they're all like, oh, it was dark and all this stuff. But I'm like, well, Blade came out, and that was a huge hit. And I just wonder if it was the audience after Spider-Man being like, oh, they're used to seeing this like happy-go-lucky, like, oh boy, like, kid-friendly character.
You have to think here too, Kyle. We had gotten off the events of 9/11. Spider-Man was that hope.
Yeah.
And then we go into Daredevil, which is a dark superhero again. And it's like, to some people, I could see the general audience had compared it to Batman at one point, probably.
And up to that point, we hadn't, because Batman Begins was what, 04, 05?
05.
05. So up until then, we didn't really see Batman. Our last outing of Batman
was George Clooney.
And
the animated stuff.
Right.
No, I mean, I know that they always wanted to do a sequel. I know they had wanted to do a sequel. I know Ben Affleck got big, I think.
I know, and the pain of it is, because I've heard that they want to do a sequel, and I know that there was plans. I looked them up, and I think the plan was to obviously bring Bullseye back.
Yeah.
In a more comic accurate suit.
Kingpin was going to come out, was going to come back. It was, I think it was Elektra. I think it was, we were going to watch Daredevil, then we were going to find Elektra, and then I think we were going to do the famous, the Daredevil, but they killed her. They took a lot of those comics, but they probably done some more Frank Miller stories, or they would have gone Kevin Smith.
I think that would have been possible. For the
one
sequel.
of the other reasons why I like the movie.
Okay.
All the comic book writer appearances.
They tipped their hat to a lot of the comic book creators.
It's one of the only comic book movies I think that gave so much credit to a lot of comic book writers.
There
was very nice to see.
Quesada, Romita name on the boxing match.
Bendis,
Miller
cameoed.
Miller. No one knew that. I never knew that until
it took me a second. Then I had to rewatch it. I was like, oh shit, that's Frank Miller.
When you surprised me, when you guys said, "Oh, you're gonna like this cameo," when I heard the name, I heard the name Kirby. I was like,
yep.
"Oh, it's gotta be Jack Kirby's kid. Like that'd be really funny." And then it was Kevin Smith, and I was like, "Wait, what? I wasn't expecting that." I'm like, "Okay."
And Kevin Smith was a huge fanatic when he found out one of his friends was going to be playing in Daredevil or a comic book character. He was freaking excited. And he begged.
Yeah.
It was very. To me, still, I enjoyed this movie. This is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Besides, Good Will Hunting, what else was Ben Affleck in before he started doing the Kevin Smith films?
He did Armageddon.
Oh yeah.
He did Pearl Harbor.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was
Pearl Harbor. Was that early 2000s?
That was 2000, I think.
Yeah, I thought that came out later. Regardless, though, I mean,
regardless, he still had the Oscar under his belt, so he was just.
Oh, Goodwill.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Mallrats.
And he still appeared in the Jay and Silent Bob film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He appeared in Reboot as, I think, was it himself or was it the writer Holden? They meet him at the convention.
The writer Holden.
And then he appears as himself during Clerks 3 when they're auditioning for.
Now he does Dunkin' Donut commercial.
Hey, he gets money for Dunkin'
Donuts.
Money,
and you never know who he.
What's funny is all those memes came out. They went to him going, "Hey, do you just want to be in commercials? Like, pay you just to show up in commercials. And the fact that now he also brought Matt Damon in, which is even more funnier. And I was listening to Campia talk about this, was you have the retired GOAT himself, Tom Brady, now appearing going, all right, all of us Boston guys are now appearing in Dunkin' Donuts. Like,
well,
excellent fucking marketing.
He was in the roast of Tom Brady.
Yeah, he comes in near the end.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like you have all those big actors in the Dunkin' Donuts commercial. And he's just honestly making the calls going, hey, do you guys want to be in this?
Mm-hmm.
Like how they got Tom Brady is beyond me. I think it was a call and he's like, hey, do you just want to come do this? I know you're retired. And they're probably like, yeah, we'll give Tom just a nice big check. Just get him.
I mean, they got Tom Brady for Ted too, I think.
And they also
that was
Boston,
great.
yeah. And then but also not to mention too, they got a pop 3-pack of him, Brady, and Damon.
Yeah.
And then you can also put yourselves on the Dunkin', which is really cool. So to say like, oh, he's just in Dunkin', no,
he's done more. Ben Affleck. I mean, also Ben Affleck has done a lot of great stuff with like Argo and stuff. And,
oh yeah,
he's a great actor.
But the next movie that these two are going to be watching, I haven't seen it in a while. I'm looking forward to it. Is we're going to watch Hulk 2003.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
We're going to watch Hulk, aka Shrek on steroids. That's what I'm going to call it, Shrek on steroids. And
I should probably say right now I haven't seen another movie, but I think you know this. I don't know if you know this. You're going to probably want to make this a double feature. I've never seen Ghost Rider.
Okay, have you seen 2004's The Punisher?
No.
It's a triple feature then. So
you dare throw in the Blade movies?
Oh, we gotta wait for.
We gotta bring Blade.
We gotta hold on. So if we do that, and we gotta bring
Marcus.
Then we gotta bring Marcus in because Marcus loves the Punisher. He does love Ghost Rider.
The first Ghost Rider movie is.
I love the first.
All I've ever seen is the ending where they ride off.
I love the first Ghost Rider. I saw.
That's not the end. Well, that's near the ending. Yeah, but it's not the ending.
Well, yeah, it's just can you keep up?
That's right. That was probably one of the greatest moments in that whole fucking
movie. That was a great year. I don't care how bad the comic book movies were that year. 2007.
You have to remember, it was just the technology. They didn't know, and also you had the writers who
honestly Ghost Rider was
when the only. And I think people know, or will say this is glazing. The only people who cared about writing comic book movies was Sam Raimi, his brother, and the Raimi brothers. Because one of the brothers was on the writing team for the Spider-Man trilogy. Or no, he was on the first two. He didn't come back for the third one for some weird reason. I think Sony kind of knocked the other brother off.
So I think what we'll do is we'll do Hulk and we'll do Ghost Rider, and then I think what I'll do is I'll show you two Punisher, which is the best interpretation of Punisher. I know the show is great too, but
fantastic.
The Punisher movie.
The show is good. It's just
better than Daredevil.
You are so full of shit.
The Punisher.
I'm not so full of
the
shit.
Punisher.
I'm not full of shit.
You are very much.
I watched Punisher. It's the only show I could get my dad to sit down and watch. You don't want to watch any of the other shows.
Okay, compare Punisher in season 2 of Daredevil to the show's Punisher.
He's still mopping the floor with people.
But it's a lot slower, isn't it?
There's
a lot less.
Not really.
No.
He's planning.
He's planning.
Yeah. He's smart.
Actually, I didn't care for season 2 of The Punisher.
Season 2 of The Punisher, yeah.
I like Jonathan Bernthal.
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite. But, so the first Punisher was, that I just drew it like, Thomas Jane. Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorites. And then get ready for a bloody action rated R movie, Warzone.
Warzone, I hear, is really good.
So I've heard. I know Juan and Jay have told me.
I love Punisher.
So cool.
I love the Punisher movies. I'm so excited for Jonathan Bernthal.
How else do I break Adam's heart with other Marvel films I haven't seen? Ooh, there's some animated ones I haven't seen.
Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2.
I have I have those on DVD.
Say you do too.
I have all of them.
We're gonna watch a movie. We're gonna watch an interesting movie. And Todd, if he's here, we're gonna watch Roger Corman's Fantastic Four. I found it.
Ooh. I have one that's gonna break your heart that I haven't seen. I've only seen clips of it.
Sure.
I don't know how you're gonna take this one.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hulk vs. Wolverine.
It's a good movie.
It's a really good one.
Have you seen Planet Hulk?
Nope.
Cool. Have you seen what was that 401 called, Kyle?
Oh, was it him and Loki or something? Or?
Yeah, when they were kids.
Oh, I haven't even seen that one.
Okay. Have you seen New Avengers?
I nearly died to that movie. Fun fact.
Bits and pieces.
I nearly died to that movie.
This is a different story for a different time. Wait, what?
Well, that and the Blues Brothers, but
Oh, okay. So,
All right. What else? What else?
okay. So, you mean you've seen the X-Men's? Well,
Yeah.
have you seen the X-Men 1, 2, and The Last Stand?
Yeah, I've seen
Okay.
1 and 2. I don't think I've ever finished 2. I think I got halfway through.
2 is really
you
good.
guys
Even though I
actu-
like 2, yeah, I like 2.
You guys actually
Last Stand, I will not watch that one.
have you guys actually watched
All right.
Fantastic?
Yes,
Yeah, regretfully.
I saw it in theaters.
Regretfully. Yeah, me too.
I was wondering if there were other people out there that did you see it in theaters?
I saw it in
I
theaters.
went-
High five!
I went opening night.
That was
That
a
was
terrible one. That's better.
Good. I went on opening night too.
Yeah.
I went to MJ or Westland.
I went to Canton Cinema.
I was at Crystal.
I dragged Mary.
That was. Yeah.
Okay, so my defense on that movie
Oh, here we go.
is,
This is gonna be good.
when Meth Head Doom gets in, that's when it becomes shit.
I
liked.
I feel like there was
It's been
a
a while.
lot of liberties taken prior to then. I mean, I like the idea of having.
I thought they were too. Juana's running late, depending on how late
But,
we go.
okay, so
maybe
what
they're
I-
not gonna jump.
what I had thought of this was when Doom comes in, it becomes absolute garbage.
It doesn't know what it wants to be.
I feel like even prior to that, it got really like they took a lot of liberty. I like the fact that we had like a younger Fantastic Four. That's cool
Well,
and
that's
grand.
what
but
Ultimate, right? That's Ultimate
I would- I
Fantastic
think
Four.
Ultimate
No,
had-
Ultimate's older. Reed Richards is a
Maybe.
little older than Ultimate. Yeah, he's pretty old in Ultimate.
But regardless, there was a lot of liberties taken, and
I think the only youngest member is Johnny Storm in Ultimate.
yeah,
Oh, I liked the idea.
Him and Spidey are best friends in Ultimate.
Mhm.
Even in the video game, he makes an appearance.
Yeah.
Hey, Spidey. Whoa. Johnny Storm of the Fantastic Four. What are you doing
Well,
here?
the comics are. I love when he's.
Oh, what I heard you're fast. Whoa, you really did beat me with it. Like, I love that game so much.
But
But,
okay,
yeah.
I mean, it had an interesting. But once Doom came in, once Doom walked into it, I was like, this is bad.
I feel like that was really half baked and just
I feel like that's where all the rights and reshoots came in. Was that?
Because you had the guy who did Chronicle, which is
yeah.
Which was cool. Everything was grounded.
Chronicle
was
was
a
cool.
great
You know,
movie.
when they got powers and you see Johnny Storm burning on the table, that's just like, oh yeah, you would react. Like
or
that.
Mr.
Yeah.
Fantastic melting, basically
Yeah.
with the stretch power.
Yeah, it was like I said, it was an interesting take. I just feel like a lot of liberties were taken with it, and
Do you think that maybe Doom should have not been the villain on this one?
I think that probably would have saved a little bit of it.
You think it could have been Mole Man?
I was gonna say Annihilus, because they're
Nihilus.
talking about the negative zone, but again, there was a lot of changes to
Well,
core
apparently, was it Josh Trank didn't know anything about the Fantastic Four comic?
parts. Well, I heard that they rushed the movie out just so they can keep the rights.
That was the big thing, was
Yeah.
they rushed it. Because Peyton Reed had always had a Fantastic Four script.
Yeah, he wanted to drop it in, if I'm correct, he wanted to drop him in the 60s.
Mhm.
What they're doing now, because he had said prior to our first look at Fantastic Four, I remember he came out last year when Ant-Man 3 was coming out, Quantumania, which that movie's still dog shit. I don't care what anyone says. He came out and was like, I've seen the first look at Fantastic Four. He goes, it looks great. And him saying that, looking at it was, hey, he had that same idea. That's why he was praising it, because it's like, oh, they're dropping him in an alternate 60s world, it looks like, and they're having fun.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think with what we're doing with the Fantastic Four now, I think that I'm trusting Marvel. They'll explain it.
We should not let him
have any comic movies.
No, I honestly think Peyton Reed is fine. I don't think the writer for freaking Ant-Man.
Here's the thing. I give Peyton Reed the first Ant-Man, just because that was all Edgar Wright.
I give him all producing rights for Fantastic Four. He seems to know his Fantastic Four.
Yeah, a lot of it came down to the writer of Quantumania. I don't think he should ever write a comic movie ever again. Because all he ever did was write late night. And it was Jimmy Kimmel. So it was an in-house Disney writer that you didn't know. However, I will say I will trust the director of Fantastic Four, Because if you know this director, you know his background. He did WandaVision, but surprised a lot of people with what he directed. One of the episodes, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Matt Shackman. He did the Damon episode, and that's the one everyone loves is the Damon. Yeah, it's all over the first Damon. Yeah, it's all Edgar Wright. Second one, again, it was just placed between Infinity War and Endgame.
I think it was good for what it was. Yeah. It was nice. It was
the third one. I don't think you should have started a phase with that movie.
I think at the time Kevin Feige thought that would have been an interesting idea because he's a veteran hero now. All the other ones are gone.
But it's like how Todd said, Ant-Man was such a lightning in the bottle catch for Marvel. It was like no one really knew the character. So okay, we're gonna give this character a shot. All right, second movie, okay, cool. Third movie, all right, you're introducing Kang.
I think that introducing Kang in that.
I was excited for that.
I was interested to see, but what they did with Kang was not the right idea.
No.
Ants.
Yeah, that was not the right idea.
Blow me.
I think that kind of... I don't think it was the worst movie ever, but I don't think... It definitely was not the best.
And also,
MODOK. MODOK should have been the main villain. Fight me.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I agree with you on that. I love TJ
like
and Thomas tried to defend. Oh, MODOK's goofy. I was like, you don't know MODOK then.
MODOK can be serious, but he appears goofy.
All right, I'm gonna raise you this. I'm gonna raise you this. Best adaptation of MODOK.
How's it going? Avengers game. It's going good. Talking Marvel.
I would say, yeah. I mean, I would say that the Avengers game did MODOK pretty well.
Yeah, the best adaptation of MODOK. Next to the Avengers Assemble show.
I would say, I mean, because the Avengers game kind of flushed out MODOK, which was good. Cool. I mean, I was okay with it. I like
MODOK from Phineas and Ferb Mission Marvel.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty funny. And then Doofenshmirtz tried to do his own MODOK. He's like, I'm a flying head. That's still a good job.
My favorite version of MODOK is Ultimate Alliance. When MODOK comes in.
Doesn't he do like he was in the first one.
Yeah, he was.
Doesn't he do like some like quiz trivia bullshit?
Yeah, like so that weird. Stuff. And then of course Iron Man the Amazing Series back in '94.
Oh yeah, he was in that too, yeah.
Speaking of the '90s, The Return.
Also, hold on, I'll give one more cool adaptation for MODOK. Superhero Squad show.
I've never seen that show.
Oh, I mean,
I gotta show you. It's got some.
Never seen the Superhero Squad show?
No,
it's actually kind of funny.
It has its charm, but it was definitely written for a younger audience.
MODOK being goofy is okay, if not for the fact Aaron Cross was presented as legit villainous and grounded. It kind of undercuts the character.
I feel like Darren Cross being MODOK was kind of like.
It made sense.
It made sense.
They just made him too goofy. Surprised to see me, Scott. Shut up.
I feel like it suffered. I feel like Quantumania suffered a lot of like what was going on with Love and Thunder, where they were really trying to lean hard in that humor. And
here's the thing: I like Love and Thunder. I don't dislike that movie.
I haven't watched that in a long time.
I think I saw it the first few times in the theater. I think I saw it twice in theaters. I love the vibe of Love and Thunder. A lot of people hate on it too much.
I think I have it.
It's a fun Thor adventure. That's where I place it. Listen, brought back. Yeah, Ray Stevens says Punisher from Warzone.
Yeah. Yep, they did.
It's freaking awesome.
But my thing with Love and Thunder is I treated it as, all right, we wrapped up Thor's story in Endgame for his first story.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just trying to figure out what he wants to do. And everyone has that. What do you do with your life after you? That's like, what do you do?
That's what it was
like. You know, you're graduated.
Yeah.
What do you do?
That's a great question.
You're thinking about what you want to do with your life.
I think that's a great thing, but bringing in such a very serious character as Gore the God Butcher.
No, here. Put it in this perspective.
Okay.
How old is Thor? Like 900 something.
He's really old.
One thing.
Yeah, 900 something.
It's better than Thor Ragnarok.
Go. Ooh.
You want to open this can of worms? Go ahead.
Better than Ragnarok?
Yeah, it did better than Ragnarok.
Actually, the opening. I love the opening to Love and Thunder with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
Thor.
Yeah, that was a good opening. Yeah.
I mean, the opening to Ragnarok was really good, too, though.
It was.
But both were really good.
But it was so cool.
Great.
But it was so cool seeing
Thor was the opening, too, of Love and Thunder.
Which one?
Gore opened Love and Thunder.
Gore, yeah.
When he killed that first god, and you're like,
It's like the only god you really see him kill.
Yeah.
For a character named Gore the God Butcher, he butchers very little gods.
What else? I mean, I
love when they go to the Mount Olympus, where all the gods are.
Not one single thing, I think.
Because then it's just he throws the final kill blow at Zeus, and then all of them just start attacking him. Thor's just going nuts in that throne room. Just,
I liked when Jane.
Yeah, Jane Mighty Thor was great. That was good. That was perfect writing on that part.
I liked
for her having the key. Yeah,
it
wasn't treated as goofy. The only reason Thor was trying he was trying to be goofy to avoid the fact she was dying. And when you hear news like that, you don't want to react like you're crying. You don't.
No, I understand. It's just it just boils down to the fact of the way that the movie itself was written and the scripts is that they really, really.
Well, we don't know how many drafts Love and Thunder went through. Unlike Doctor Strange that went through 23.
Went through some more.
Well, this is how much Jane's arc story actually is in the comics, and it's like, and I was like, sure, but I was like, okay, I get that, it's cool. But I was expecting Jane to go through more.
There was one good scene in Love and Thunder that is really good, and if you remember it and pay attention to it, you actually kind of feel emotional because I saw it the other day. I was like, oh, I don't remember feeling like emotional at this scene. It's not even her dying. It's when they bring her back to New Asgard, and the doctor tells Thor, like, yeah, she's only got like an hour or two left, and Thor just doesn't know how to react, and it pans to Jane, and you just hear him punch the fucking vending machine. You're like, oh, you're like, he's pissed, but he doesn't want to show it to her.
No,
like he's just breaking down. Like just
himself is breaking down. Show grief, but again, I think the issue is that they really. The balance of comedy with that heaviness, there was no balance.
Also, you have to remember, Thor watched like multiple people get killed in front of him.
Right.
This is
he can't keep reacting to someone. He's like,
I understand.
He's got to always take his mind off.
They should have taken that into consideration because he would be very serious. Again, you can balance the humor. That's what makes Marvel work. Is the fact that we had the balance of really deep shit with this comedy, but again, I feel like when you throw off that balance and you lean more into one thing and of another,
I like the Korg and Thor bro thing going on.
I like that too.
They had some fun bro moments.
That I'm not complaining about that.
I feel like that scene got cut where they go in for like the double high five you see in the trailer, like before they actually start going on their adventure.
I really like the love part of all of it, which is Jane and Thor getting back. Bringing back old memories.
I love when he picked up Mjolnir again. He's like, she's like, what are you doing? And he's like, just, giving you the hammer. I was like, all right, that's pretty funny. He wanted to make sure he was still worthy. I was like, all right, that's good. I'll give it that. Also, I loved how Stormbreaker had personality.
I hated it.
That was fucking funny. Because when he picked it up and handed it to her, Stormbreaker just comes to the frame. He's like, oh, don't look at me like that. I was like, all right, that's funny. It's like your new weapon's getting jealous of your old weapon. Coming back into your life. Think about it. It's all right. I'm gonna put it this way into perspective for you. Think about it. You're with the new girl. You see your ex. You're bonding with your ex again. Now she's getting pissed. You're friends with your ex.
Lorenzo, this is an ex, not a girl.
Doesn't matter. They still acted like that.
Very much matters.
And then I love all right. You're old enough to have your first beer, and you see the Stormbreaker's getting all happy. I was like, all right, that's funny.
There were some moments that were cringy, and there were some moments that were good.
Also, I loved the duel between Gore and Thor, the first round on the Shadow Realm. That was sick.
I think that part did pretty good.
When he goes call the axe and he just acknowledges, yeah.
I think that they did. There definitely was some good moments, but I think those good moments are overshadowed just by that tone of the movie being like, what is the tone of this? Mm-hmm. Because we're introducing this very serious character with a very serious backstory, introducing then Jane, who is dying of cancer. Anyway, here's like the equivalent to an SNL skit. Like, pick a flippin' tone. Like, make up your mind.
With this one, you could do whatever you wanted. You already had a set tone for the first few Thor movies. Ragnarok changed it up and then went back to that same tone in Infinity War and Endgame. I feel like now if you were going to test it, you test it with your
Infinity War made Thor like an issue, and then they're like, "LOL, we kind of made him a little OP. Let's just make a." And they delved into like PTSD and like all that stuff.
He failed.
He
had every right to go be a loner for a bit.
They could have did that a little bit.
Think about it. As opposed he got overly cocky. He wanted to make Thanos feel pain.
Yeah. I mean, he could have
blew back up in his face, literally.
Yeah.
He lost half the universe. Half of his people were already slaughtered beforehand, and he lost the other half of Asgard too. So, if you felt that defeated, you would do the same thing.
I think that they could have been handled a slight bit better, but I know what they were trying to do.
And then it was he still found out he was still worthy in Endgame,
right? So
and he still became a bad. He was still a threat with both hammers.
Right.
That was some of the best Thor moments.
All right, it was let's kill him properly this time.
Right.
Thor snapped back quick.
I think that they did him okay, but like I said, the whole PTSD aspect could have been a little bit handled better, but
there were a lot of those Thor scenes. I mean, I think the best interpretation of Thor for me is Infinity War. I love that Thor.
Even I'm going to use this as a prime example of Thor, being in a bit of denial was when Nat dies. They all went through the stages of grief. Even Thor's like, "Why are you acting like?"
Yeah.
He literally tells Hawkeye like, "Why are you acting like we can't bring her back? Like we have the stones, we can do it." And him and Hawkeye were going at it. Then Hulk gets so pissed, he throws the bench across the damn fucking lake.
People, when they have feelings towards people,
Tony's already like, "Hey, she had family, right? Like, who do we call on?"
Right.
Cap's like, "We were her family." Like, like they all had a good emote in that scene where they're all just playing off of each other. And even you get Thor past all the PTSD, all the trauma. You realize he's just a god. He doesn't really know how to act human sometimes.
Well, he's learning how to act human with the Avengers.
Yeah. The Avengers were the ones holding him close to that humanity. Now he hangs out with the talking rock.
A lot of Thor's companions were gods, and they really were not, able to be killed. So the idea of, and obviously he's fought tons of wars, so he's seen like soldiers die, but he hasn't seen like close friends really die so much as this. He's like, oh, well, there's got to be a way to get around this.
Yeah, I still say
when there isn't,
there's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad, and it's all equal.
Equal is a loose term.
It's equal.
It's a loose one.
Is Love and it's just kind of Love and Thunder better than The Dark World?
I give it that, yeah. Because I find The Dark World super boring. I can't finish that movie for the life of me.
Dark World had some redeeming qualities. I really feel like the big part of Dark World that really kind of just Malekith I really did not care for. The villain. I was like, didn't really care for him.
Delving more off topic. How's Doctor Who? How's that new season?
I haven't watched it.
Oh, you haven't watched the new?
I haven't watched it.
It's good.
I've heard it's good. I've heard that. I heard from one person, and I said, "What the fuck does this mean?" They're saying that if you're a straight white male, you're not going to enjoy it. It's like, what the fuck do you mean?
Oh boy.
I already know the Doctor's gay in this season.
Yeah. Technically,
that could be taken. I mean, what the person is saying can be taken a lot of ways. So I feel like it's just up for interpretation.
Yeah, that's just me.
Watch it yourself.
This is just me saying it.
Yeah,
doesn't mean much because I'm not really into Doctor Who. I watched 3 episodes, but doesn't it make sense if he's non-binary? Because he can be whatever gender when he regenerates. I mean, the Doctor was a woman.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like there's really you don't have to have the Doctor as. I mean, this is just me coming from me. Yeah. People know I hate the message, but in this sense, it works.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it works in the sense.
See,
you're not forcing it.
See, it makes sense with this Doctor. I really think Shooty did a great job in the Christmas episode. And my thing is I've been so hooked up on X-Men energy lately that I've totally forgot Doctor.
Like I even give it. I know people bitched about Morph. I was like, well, can't Morph change into any person you want? So it's not really shoving it down your throat. That actually works.
Yeah,
in a sense. You're not really. You're only changing like a little aspect of the character, but Morph was still funny and enjoyable.
But I've heard
that's what I like when they don't force the non-binary. I like when you can mesh it in. It doesn't mess with the story you want to tell. And if you get a character everyone likes, it's golden. The
There's-
Doctor,
yeah.
feel everyone loves Doctor.
I've heard the Beatles episode is awesome. I hear it's very Disney, very musical, very 60s. They reference the first Doctor, and I was like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
I don't watch Doctor Who, but I could see
that meaning. That gay in fiction usually translates to being overly sexual, which is less tolerable
Well,
with straight men. But the thing with the Doctor, though, is it works.
It doesn't. It just doesn't make sense that you're coming out to Doctor Who fans and you're going, "Hey, don't watch this if you're straight and white." It's like, what the hell does that mean?
I feel
Well,
like
and I wonder, like, again, I wonder if that's what they. Hello, that's a little thing over there. Whoopsie. No, I wonder what they mean by that is like. I would just ignore that, watch it anyway, and form your own gosh damn opinion. You know,
I mean,
that's what we have to do with a lot of this.
But that's starting to get annoying now. It's like, what the hell do you mean? Like, I get,
Yeah, when people say that, I'm kind of like, all right, are they forcing it or are they not forcing it? Because you can tell when they force it. It doesn't translate well.
Yeah, I've just heard Shooty's great for this role.
Good.
And he looks like he's good. I know you watched the David Tennant's.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched Shooty's the Christmas special, and I enjoyed it. I think, like I said, I think Shooty's great, and I think the new companion is gonna be fun.
There's some stuff where they really try pushing the woke. Like, there's a lot.
You talking about Doctor Who or just general?
No, in general. There's some where they forced it heavily, and you're like, tone it down a little bit, and it works.
Captain. My biggest one's Captain Marvel.
I feel like Captain Marvel. Yeah,
Captain Marvel. I really felt because I had to laugh because that came out the same year roughly as Wonder Woman.
That was
take.
year after.
Yeah.
That was the year after.
They came out very closely, but I love it because Wonder Woman was like the feminist icon, and yet watching that movie, I was like, okay, this feels.
It didn't feel like they were.
I didn't
pushing.
feel like they were forcing anything or like. Trying to make a huge hoopla over a message or anything of that sort.
Yeah.
Watching Captain Marvel, I felt like there was definitely like some.
I even know play baseball.
Well, I know even somebody.
Darn.
I was talking with somebody. I was talking with a girl. Surprise! I talk to girls. No.
What's that like?
Jokes aside.
Tell us more.
Oh, it's great. Let me tell you. No. Jokes aside, I was talking with her. She went to go see Captain Marvel, and she even agreed with me. She's like, yeah. She's like, Marvel needed to. She used a little more colorful language, but she was basically like, yeah, Marvel needs to understand that you don't need to, proud. You don't need to be over there like, guess what, guys? Woo, feminism, woo!
Well,
like
then we're going to Ray. Ray was a big one.
I feel like
that was the one where I didn't like it a lot with Star Wars. It was she's already a powerful Jedi. It's like,
yeah, I felt like
what failures did she, besides a broken lightsaber, she didn't really suffer any big, great defeat.
But yeah, she really didn't. I mean, Finn was okay. That second movie.
Finn lived.
Finn was fine. And Han, maybe?
But yeah, but the thing is
she knew him for like 10 seconds.
the thing is like, not to be racist or anything.
Don't set.
No. What I'm saying is that compare. What's the difference between there's like, okay, we're white males and we're gonna bash Ray. We're gonna bash Captain Marvel. Like,
here's the thing:
every comic book nerd can bash anything.
I think we rightfully have the right to bash if we actually just don't like it. I feel like if you haven't seen the movie, you don't have a right to bash it because you don't know what you're talking about.
But I wasn't gonna go that way, Kyle. What I was saying is that
when you start off with that, I get a little nervous.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that okay, we're comic book,
right?
We're just comic book nerds. It doesn't matter. We get a say in it because we've been reading this. We've been reading this stuff since we were kids.
I'll say I don't think here's the one thing I thought was gonna have the message, but surprisingly it didn't. Miss Marvel.
I enjoyed Miss Marvel.
I felt like there was some messages, but they were very.
I mean, really, because she's a teenager, so you can market it to teens.
There was definitely, so there was messages put in there, and let's see. Yeah. Okay. So we'll talk about
Turning
Red.
Red. All right.
We'll talk
like
about that.
Turning Red.
We'll talk about that in a moment. Let
Yeah,
me finish
I did
up
like
with
Turning Red. You like Turning Red too.
So,
Yeah, it was
but
funny.
with Miss Marvel, they had messages and I don't want to say agendas, but they had like messages put in there, but it wasn't like they felt organic. It wasn't like, okay, they were forcing something in there. When they said it, you kind of were like, oh, it's true, or like, oh yeah,
You
got
just
a
have to
point.
remember it is teenagers. The show, so like that's gonna be cringy no matter what.
Okay.
No, the message was not cringy. It was like, yeah, they got a point. When they said what they said, I was kind of like,
What part are you talking about?
remember the part where the FBI comes into the mosque
Yeah,
both times?
I think so. Yeah.
This wasn't our first rodeo. What do you think that was a reference to?
I'm kind of dumbfounded. I can't. I don't remember them saying that line, to be honest.
I'll tell you after the show. Anywho, but we'll talk about Turning Red.
I want to talk about Turning Red. Okay. Can you read me the question?
Let's see. So the way I see it, well, we can just put it up on the screen, can't we?
Yeah.
So we have the way I see it. If having a message / agenda is in a film, meaning it's now inappropriate, there's a problem. Like with the Pixar movie Turning Red, which I felt was creepily inappropriate.
Okay, so all right, Turning Red. All right, I can talk about this one.
I actually have not seen it, so
I
can just kinda...
I enjoy Turning Red.
Yeah.
I have a sister that so do you. I have a sister that is very obsessed with boy bands. Everything is
The boy band era was really big in this household with One Direction and Justin. I mean, not really a boy band, but Justin Bieber. You know?
I have
Big
done.
Time Rush.
You survived,
I
soldier,
did.
somehow, some way.
I actually do like Big Time Rush.
I've done. We did the Jonas Brothers. We did Big Time Rush. We did Justin Bieber.
Mhm.
We did One Direction. Harry, Niall. Why don't we? We did. What else did we do? We did Wanted. We did BTS. We are on TXT now. So I'm very much informed with all the boy bands.
Mhm.
I did not feel like Min Lin was very much creepy and inappropriate. She was just acting like a teenage girl that had at the time.
When you live in a household where your younger sister, both of our sisters, are going through something like that, you're like,
It
all makes sense.
It's an interesting thing. I always call Turning Red the biography of Mary Chevalier in so many ways, because my mom and my sister did headbutt each other a lot, and my dad and I just sat there quietly.
I will. So what I was told about the whole like undertone of it, I was kind of like, okay, that's interesting. That's what the whole like idea of it is when it comes to, when it comes to the whole fact of, hey, that's why she turns. Oh, look, we're joined by Bob Iger. Mr. Iger, we are very pleasured to be. We're very honored for you to be here, Mr. Iger. Please tell me that you're going to do Hawkeye season 2.
I can't confirm or deny. Feige has a bullet in my.
Oh, okay. Well, what can you confirm, Mr. Iger?
I don't know. I don't even know what we're doing.
Okay, well, right. Are you at least going to do something like new with the Disney parks?
I can't confirm or deny.
Well, Mr. Iger.
Oh, gee, Iger, can I have a job?
Mr. Iger, do you guys have any money in that Disney vault right now? Or are you guys actually officially out of money? And
yes.
now are you turned to Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
Is that why you're
we're in talks with Culture Shock.
Oh, even better.
Oh, we're all fucked.
Sure, yes, we had the talks.
Oh, God. I hate to say this to you guys. You guys are all screwed.
All right, I hate to say this, but this with confirmation. We're doing She-Hulk season 2.
Oh, God.
And we're having another Daredevil sex scene. Will be more hardcore, be rated R sex.
I can't even.
We're gonna see the Blind Warrior, and I hate to say right now, Hawkeye season 2 is not happening.
Hey, wait, Lorenzo, is he gonna be one-shotted again?
Hold on one.
He'll be one-shotted again.
Hold on 1 second. So is it gonna be 50 Shades of Devil?
Yes. 50 Shades of Green.
50 Shades of Dare.
50 Shades of the Blind Lawyer.
50 Shades, I should have stayed at college and never been back with these assholes.
Welcome back. You forget this is our show.
Oh. Okay.
How are you
Will
guys?
the Juggernaut be?
Will the Juggernaut be in it?
This is.
Will the Juggernaut be in what? Inside Daredevil, maybe.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Disney Plus After Dark.
Okay.
And I am now greenlighting Daredevil 2 with Ben Affleck. And I'm canceling Born Again.
Okay, enough with the Daredevil. All aside. All right.
I was so productive in college. I was doing so much, and I was making so much good work and headway, networking with professionals and just getting to know a lot of good people in my field. And now here I am in my best friend's basement getting bashed on by literally.
I'm not bashing you.
You're bashing my favorite character. You're inadvertently trolling me by not trolling me. I'm getting trolled by my best friend and his.
They're talking about Juggernaut's schlong.
Anyway,
But back.
I'm glad that Bob Iger is here joining us.
Right about it. Welcome back to Culture Shock, bitch.
I'm sorry. Is Krusty McGee over there trying to talk to me about something? Aren't you? Wait, Blue, is that you? Oh my gosh! I'm so glad you finally took a shower for the first time this month.
You know he's a thumbnail editor, right?
So proud of you.
He does good Photoshop skills. You know that, right?
Did he do the new? Did he do that Culture Shock Rewind?
What Photoshop?
The post this morning.
No, I did that.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah, I
Impressive.
took the old one he made and I put the VHS filter on. And I was like, this looks pretty cool.
Okay. Bob Iger, I have to ask you,
Uh-oh.
what'd you think of X-Men '97?
It was great, man.
What was one of your favorite moments?
Freaking Magneto ripping Wolverine's adamantium.
That was really good.
Let's talk.
That was.
Oh, he said box him.
Sweet time.
Canada versus America.
Yeah, Canada versus America. They
favorite-
have Boxing Day, so you might be fucked.
What's your favorite cameo?
Blue wants to box me.
Spider-Man.
You sure Blue's arms could even reach up this high?
All right. I'm about that. Okay.
Ooh, this is a good one. Hold up. I like this question. Hey, Bob, if the Starlight can pull a window into the pit, how did it pull down Boba Fett's whole ship? Or am I asking the right dude?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Spider-Man and Doctor Doom.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about Spider-Man, Kyle. Okay.
You're 6'2", but you act like you're 4'11".
Can you reach, please?
Whoa.
Wait a minute. So is Blue Mr. Fantastic then?
That's the Fantastic Four. It's him, Cody, Steph, and Brandon.
All right. So, all right.
No, he's Doom. Lorenzo, remember, he's Doom.
He's Doom. Wait, so who would be the Thing then in that group?
J-Money?
Because, who is it?
Let's talk about Spider-Man '98.
Spider-Man.
Can we get a picture of the '98 of that beautiful cameo?
Yes, I'll pull it up. Give me a second.
Do you know that I almost posted that Daredevil thing and I did not know if you had
Luckily I watched it earlier. And I'm glad that we kind of held off posting that stuff. I was very happy on that. That made me feel really happy. That made me feel very happy.
Spider-Man.
But let's see.
Radioactive Spider-Man.
It's like the sound of an angel.
Sounds like it. Sounds like the ending of the episode.
And he found his. Oh, or we'll get to that later, unless you guys touched on that.
Let's talk about this. This is my favorite. Okay, so this was my favorite cameo. This was definitely
upset me.
This was the cameo that was spoiled. I felt Kyle's pain actually for once.
Who spoiled it, Adam?
Twitter.
Oh, I was gonna say.
It wasn't me.
I saved it. I did save
Yeah,
it.
why are you mean to him?
Because you were mean to me in the beginning,
Yeah.
boss.
Being mean to him.
You literally said boo-hoo, cry about it.
All right.
We were cool.
Yeah,
we were
I
cool,
love Blue.
man. I thought you was cool.
Blue,
I was laughing at your
Bob,
jokes.
you're here. I'm gonna hire you, man.
We were bros, but
Swore.
now Blue wants to come at me, and
He
You
wants
gotta
to what
hold-
at you?
sometimes no, Bob Iger, you're fine. We love you. Please keep funding all the good Disney shows. Anyway,
All right. So let's talk about this. Okay. So the round of the table, all of us discussing is Spider-Man going to show up at X-Men 97? Yes or no? Yes or no was always the debate. Was everyone happy with this cameo, or did you guys wanted to hear Christopher Daniel Barnes? Oh, Blue apologizes.
I thank you, Blue. I appreciate your apology, and yes, we can kiss now.
Oh, thank God.
Just you gotta take a shower first.
All right. So let's. So okay.
Love you, Blue.
But back to the story is okay. Was everyone happy with this cameo, or did you guys expect you wanted more?
I mean, I could have did with a voice line from I could have did with a voice line, but I mean, I don't want to. We got literally cameos.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel pretty fulfilled. I mean, you can always say more, but
My whole issue is, like I told Steph, they gave Doom voice lines. Why did they give Spider-Man voice line? I feel like you could have easily got a hold of Christopher Daniel Barnes.
that's a good point.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Christopher Daniel Barnes should have had a voice line or two.
He ain't busy.
Yeah,
So
he's not doing anything. What the fuck is he doing?
So someone made an edit, and all they did was do the line, and he goes spider sense, the famous where he does the spider sense, and then he does the tingle.
Spider sense,
Yeah.
tingling or something.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't show like the tingle going off, like
Yeah.
like Magneto doing that Omega level shit. That should have been triggering his off. Like right when you see Elaine, you should see like him like looking all around. Like that would have been like really cool.
I didn't want him. I wanted him. See, okay, so we're gonna talk about this.
Like I told. Okay. I had a big issue with this.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and
Okay. Bo DeMaio. Listen, you wrote the series really good. You did a good job. You did all that great fun stuff. But why the fuck did you immediately go to Twitter and say, he found MJ? Where the fuck did he find her?
And the Amazon rainforest researching spiders.
Adam said PTSD. Again, you have what's the season of Spider-Man that it ended on?
Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man 98. Spider-Man 98. So it would be the last episode. So it would be 94, 95, 96, 97.
Yeah,
so season 5.
I told people, I go, that's great. He found MJ. But how?
I feel like they probably. Hopefully,
You could give that a whole. Just give it a limited. That's what you give a limited series. You do Spider-Man 98. You do that final season that was supposed to happen, but it got cut. Just do that. Make it either 8 or 13 episodes. Then that is it. You wrap that story with a bow. You do not touch it after that. You just do it. Jack the Ripper, Carnage, all that other fun stuff that they want to do way back when. You do it. Yeah, season 4. You do a season 4. That's it. You do 8 to 13 episodes. You call back Christopher Barnes. See who else is still alive, kicking from that old cast.
Not many. I'll tell you that. Not many's left.
If not, just fine if you can find people who can do the voice close.
I think Hank Azaria should come back as Venom because I'd like to see where Venom is.
Or I'm gonna raise you one better for Venom. Call Tony Todd.
That's it.
Yeah. A lot of people liked him in Spider-Man 2 the game. Yeah, call him. Get
Mark
him up.
Hamill as the Hobgoblin. I could see that. I really do think this is. I really do think this is going to be a show that's happening. I think we're being toyed. I think again when it comes to Spider-Man, I feel like we're getting toyed a lot. I like Spider-Man. Hold on, let me do this. I like Spider-Man. Who's your favorite?
Spider-Man, do you like?
I was happy with the cameo, and I don't know. Like I said, I was just happy that Peter and MJ were there, but at the same time, it was like, yeah, there is that whole part that is missing.
You're good.
Of
Wow.
Mary Jane was found. Wait a minute.
I feel like they're going to explore that. I think this is like our first little indication of like, oh wait,
Like I want to see him going through time. Like so I want to see the Jack the Ripper and Carnage that Todd and Adam told me about. Whatever else, you just make it. That's the one. That's the animated series. You make a limited series real quick.
Mhm.
So okay, it's D23 or it's Comic-Con. What do you think? San Diego or D23? They're gonna have their Marvel animation panel. All right. They're going to
Mary Jane and Spider-Man are clones.
no, they're Skrulls, Todd. They're Skrulls. They're going to Kevin Feige comes out the Marvel animation panel. They know season 2 of X-Men. Yay, we're already screaming.
Focus. I'll work on the comments.
And then we're gonna lose our. And then well, there's another show that we're in the works, and they announced Spider-Man 98, and then they bring Christopher Daniel Barnes out.
I wonder if they're waiting to confirm that until after Friendly Neighborhood comes out. Just there's not like an oversaturation of Spider-Man animated shows.
So that's true. Ready?
There's always gonna be oversaturated
But-
with Spider-Man shows.
Well, Spider-Man in general, but
I'm gonna raise you this. This show, Spider-Man the Animated Series, is 30 years old this year. It premiered on Fox Kids in November of 1994.
wow, 94.
Is Disney going to celebrating that 30th anniversary? Do you think we're gonna get that announcement this year of Spider-Man?
I think we will.
And then Friendly Neighborhood is going to be part of the what is it? The what if what is this sports thing you speak of?
This got me excited today.
Oh yeah, Adam, I heard you're doing baseball stuff on TikTok.
What the hell?
You know, we're gonna divert real quick just so I can talk to me and Cody can have a cool.
Wait a minute. Kyle? When do I talk about sports? Do I even have that in my terminology?
I don't even know if you do.
Hold up. We're gonna do the one thing that got me excited because it's been talked about for years. They announced it.
Is it Michigan finally showing up?
Right
Yeah,
there.
they're doing NCAA college football. Game drops July 12th. I am super fucking excited for this game. I don't usually get excited for sports games, but holy shit, it's college football playable again. I love fucking college football. Anyone who did Adam not see the picture I sent the other day? I think he did. Yeah, you saw that photo of you.
I've seen many photos of me. I'm a clone. I really think there are other Adams out there.
Anyone who knows
Don't forget Todd.
Todd, look, there is an Asian Adam. I have seen him.
There's Asian. What about NHL? We're not Canadian. We're not talking about this. We're talking about college.
I like Red Wings.
I actually like hockey.
Hockey
is
I
cool.
like hockey.
But then again, we get an NHL game every year. That's cool.
We get MLB,
Last
NFL,
time
Madden.
we got one of these games was a good 10 years ago.
It's been a minute.
2014.
It has been a minute since we got
10 years.
college football.
We haven't gotten college football. If you guys are you guys are close to me, but you haven't seen me freak out about fucking college football. I love fucking college football in general.
I don't know.
I love it better than the NFL sometimes.
And yet you never come to see any of the games.
You never invited me.
Oh shit, you're right.
It goes both ways.
This
Yeah,
year
it was
we will.
2014. Yeah,
We'll
it
get
was,
you.
dude. College football. If you've ever gone to a tailgate, especially U of M tailgate,
Yeah.
Oh, I
it
have.
gets wild
Oh,
and
yeah.
fucking fun.
I was delivering, and they canceled their assembly. So Travis and I went into tailgate,
That's
and then after that I
so
went,
cool.
and then after that I met up with you guys when we went to Crystal.
You
Was that the day we
know,
went?
Mm-hmm.
you know, I will say this. Going. I mean, it is a D1 school, but I mean,
You still
graduated.
tailgated. You still
Yeah.
got the tailgate college football.
Oh
experience.
no! I'm just setting the
Yeah.
expectations. Going to that tailgate, It was great for the parts that I remember. And
That's how fun they get. You just
that's
you
all.
Can just get
That's
shit
all.
faced and you don't
No,
care.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
Is
all right.
that?
Did I ever tell you my story?
Hmm.
All right, so I was turning 18.
Okay.
I got tickets.
Love water.
For
Water's
you, it was
good.
U of M versus Wisconsin.
Okay.
We were going, and I kind of saw something about, hey, Smash Brothers is also touring, and they're going to be there for Saturday games.
Mhm.
Like back in 2018, it was right before Super Smash Brothers Ultimate
That
was
was
coming
like
out.
Big House or something, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Big
Okay.
House. It was Nintendo set up shop there was a Wendy's truck they had, and there was like another cool food truck. Like they all partnered to bring Smash Brothers around the country for Saturday for college kids. So turned 18. It was on my birthday too. We get there, the Smash Brother truck is there. I lose my shit because here's what I get to do. One, I drank a little bit when I was 18, so that's fine. I got a little, like 1 or 2 beers. That's fine. That's all my
We
dad
do
liked.
not endorse.
Yeah, we don't
underage
endorse
drinking.
it. We don't endorse it. But anyway, you're tailgating too, so you're gonna have a fun time. Then I turned 18. I was turning 18, and then I got to play Super Smash Brothers Ultimate early. So I think about it. I got to play it before. Actually, I found Nate there. Nate was there with a bunch of other people from Schoolcraft. They didn't know I was going. Like I actually had tickets to the game. So then, after I played Smash Brothers Ultimate, I actually went first in one of the games I played, which was really cool. I played Solid Snake, and I was kicking everyone's ass. And then after that, we go into the game. 4 rows away from the goalpost in the red zone.
Those are some good seats.
So
Shit.
it was one of my favorite experiences in a sports game ever that I've gone to. And we've gone to some fun Red Wings games, by the way. If you've ever seen me post on my Snap or just Instagram or Facebook, like where we sit for Red Wings games, like I'm probably never getting those tickets again because they're also hella expensive. But I got them as a gift from someone, which was really nice. They didn't have to give them to me, but it was really nice of that person to give them to me twice. I got 2 rounds of them, which were super cool. I think you went to both.
I did.
Yeah,
I am
you've
not.
gone to both.
I've been told by one of my friends I'm banned to go see a Red Wings game because every time the Red Wings.
No, I brought you only to one of them. That we were
went
in
to
the
the one
Motor
last.
City Club.
Yeah, we went to the one.
We went to one last year with Star Wars Night at LCA, which that was really fun. We did that.
Do you know the Red Wings score every time I went to the fucking bathroom?
That was so fun. But anyway,
That's normally how it goes.
College football. I am super damn excited for this game. Like I said, I don't get excited for sports games ever, but the fact that it's college football, Michigan's also on the cover. How can you not be excited? And also, I don't know if it's real or not, Cody. Are they making a custom Michigan controller for this damn game?
I think they are.
Because if they are, I don't care how much it's gonna cost. I will buy that controller.
Well, it would make sense if they did.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. And the fact that they're also doing, I don't know how the Ultimate Team is gonna work. You can build your own like fantasy college football team.
Okay.
And like just right. Yeah, I have no clue. But the Ultimate Team just might work the same as Madden, which I've messed around in Madden Ultimate Team. It's not my favorite. Like we've just played like just regular like just expedition Madden games, and Cody kicked my ass a few times. But it was funny because it was just all the dumb shit that was happening in the game because Madden's just like glitchy game in general. It's really funny. Why aren't they making a Fresno State controller? What the fuck?
Asking the real questions out here.
But no, college football. It's just again when you tailgate, you follow the year one just college dynasty forever. You get excited. Even also Michigan went 16-0 last year. Madden sucks dick, and so does 2K. Yeah, 2K is, man, that game just went in the shitter. I used to be. I'm a big basketball player. I even admit those games went in the shitter. Just because they've all adapted to live service now, which is really weird.
Yeah.
That's how they're staying afloat. But 2K just announced, or Take-Two, the parent company, had a bunch of fun. Yeah, MLB The Show is really fun. I'm not like a big baseball guy. I will go to a game if, like I know you said you want to go to Tigers game. We've talked about it.
I'll go.
I've been to a few. They're fun.
Are they playing this? Are they playing tomorrow?
Good question.
That is a great question. Even though I can't go, I would something to do with my family.
Alright.
But thing with MLB, you go for the experience a lot of the time, like stuff like that. For a major league game, you go for the experience. I mean, you go there to watch the game, but it's about the experience you get when you're in the ballpark and have fun. Like we in South Carolina, John got us tickets for their little their team down there, and it was just like really fun. Like we didn't care about the game at all. We were just there for the experience, just having fun, having a
It's a
blast.
fun experience.
It's like that with anything. Like I really want to go to a Michigan game this year or go to a Central game. I want to go see a football game.
Yeah, going to the baseball games, it's such a fun experience. Like you don't have to watch the game.
Mhm.
Just about the experience you can make.
Honestly, it's just
Even the hockey, even when seeing the Red Wings, we go, let's go Red Wings, even though I wanted to basically throw a kid off the cliff.
Oh yeah, that kid was annoying the shit out of us that damn game.
But
Jesus Christ! Like every 5 minutes, let's go Red Wings. It's like, all right, they're not even doing anything. Like, just stop fucking shouting.
But I do like when I like yelling at Larkin when he misses. It's like, you suck.
Yeah,
yelling at yelling at these really prime athletes while sitting there with a beer and eating like hot Cheetos.
I know.
Really,
it's the equivalent of the what is
it's
it?
different.
It's I found out someone hadn't seen Happy Gilmore, so I was showing them Happy Gilmore. They're like, this isn't funny. I was like, no, this movie's fucking hilarious. It was when he shoots the puck and it just goes right through the window. And the dude's like, you suck, and he starts beating the shit out of the one dude on the fucking ice. I was like, that's where you laugh at. That's what hockey is like when they start fighting. It gets like super. Yeah. It gets super fun.
When he gets into the fights, when he gets into fighting, it's tear his head off.
He tear his head off. Or what's the one joke? It's like, yeah, tear his off. Twist his dick. Bro, this is an MMA fight. Twist his dick. Like, you get the fun stuff. But no,
Anyway, I would say
Jennifer Hey, we know that person. Look who decided they want to show up tonight too. Everyone's showing up tonight.
Let's put her up on the big screen.
College hockey games are so fun. They are really fun. We went a few years ago. Yeah. Hey, Happy, you suck, you jackass. I love that movie so much, man.
Well,
it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
I like.
I eat shits like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast. You're gonna die, clown. I love Happy.
I've been G.
Well,
here. Jen has been
here.
here.
You didn't say anything.
She's
just observing.
Yeah,
she's the watcher.
She is the watcher. Jennifer is the watcher.
I will say this though about college football. I'm very happy this year because they're putting in my school.
Yeah, it's every school is getting added.
School, and I know I know two of the people on the team. So I'm pretty sure they signed it, so they're allowed. I think they get a little bit of. So I know, like, I think to be in the game, you had to like sign something because there's a whole, and I learned about this, and that's why they stopped making college football games
because they weren't making money.
Right, there was doing off of their likenesses, so there was a whole thing now.
But a lot of times they didn't use the player names; it was just a number, and it just loosely resembled who they were, but they just had a number.
There was, it was a whole legal dispute that.
I just want them to bring back. I forgot which college football is. I think it was NCAA 12. You could have mascots play each other.
Oh man!
So it's just a team full of mascots, and it was so cool to have play that game mode. That's all I ever played was just the mascots. Now that what is it?
NIL is a thing in college sports. They can have actual players. Yeah.
Yeah, mascot mode was so fucking fun. Yeah, that was the best mode in that game. Yeah. I want a mascot mode in every single sports game. I know some NBA teams don't have a mascot, but still, give me a mascot game mode where I can like have the mascot shooting threes and like dunking on other mascots. Like that'd be so fun. Even if it's like the all-star teams, but they're wearing like the players are the mascots. Like it'd just be fun.
I'm interested if they do mascot mode in this one.
Yeah, isn't there mascot mode in NHL? Or there was for like a minute. I thought they added, and they took it out. I was really upset. Like anything with a mascot mode is fun.
Yeah, I would like to see if they do mascot mode. It's going to be very interesting for certain teams. It'll be very interesting.
Yeah, because they had
some teams don't have mascots.
Yeah, that's what they did with it. Like certain teams had mascots, and that's what you could use. Yeah. So I would use. I'm a Michigan fan. But I would just use State because, Spartan was really fun. You just get to see the Sparty
was fun.
You just see Sparty just running down the field, just knocking over. What's the Was it Oregon Ducks, the
Yeah.
duck mascot.
Oh yeah.
You know, just like stiff arm the duck. And I was like, all right, that's funny.
Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon. Yeah. Oh yeah, Juan's from. Yeah, it was fun. If you ever, and then after the kid they stopped making them, college football just got overpriced to fine. Because I used to work at a used game store. That game would go for between $100 for like $150. It was insane to find. Like that's how rare that game became.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, for the video game market, we could talk about that. I mean, what we were talking about, but we got to talk about college football just because Cody mentioned it. I was like, I've been excited for college football ever since it was announced 2 years ago that EA was bringing it back. I just got super excited. Like I said, I don't get excited for a sports game. I don't think you'd actually do a college football segment. I didn't think. I like college football. College football's fire, dude. It's so fun.
Surprise, Shouty.
Surprise. I know football. We know college football. I just don't care for the NFL. I don't give a shit. I'd rather watch college football all day.
Go Cowboys!
Like, listen, now that I have weekends off, I'll have weekends off for my new schedule.
Yep.
We can all go to a Saturday bar and just go watch college football. That's all I've ever wanted to do. I've had to miss like half the Michigan games during the season because I'd wake mornings and do. But the lines are good. That's debatable.
What are you talking about?
Listen, one good season.
What are you talking about?
One good season does not signify.
We had one good season in the back half of that other season last year.
They still played like shit the year before that.
Hey, we had the draft.
We're in our rebuilding phase, baby.
That's
we
fine.
were this close to being in the Super Bowl.
I told my dad, I don't give a shit if if this season was their best season. You still got to replicate that next season. That doesn't make you a fucking great team right off the damn bat.
I think they will. I have no doubt in my mind that they will. Because looking at the draft and looking at our current, everything else, I think that we are definitely everyone was sleeping on us, and then we came in. We kicked the Kansas City Chiefs' ass. We came in. We won. We beat them.
Even though Kansas City won the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, well, Patrick Mahomes is sounding like Kermit the Frog half the time anyway. So. Let's be honest here.
He still is one of the best players in the game. Him and Cody's boy, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, the NFL.
I actually sat down.
The NFL's totally not rigged. They weren't doing it just to get Taylor Swift there, right? Wink, wink.
Yeah. But, the NHL, they just got a lot of, not NHL, NFL, they got a lot wrong with that league. They got to fix a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's
a rigged ass fucking league. Same with NBA. NBA has a lot of shit they got wrong with that damn league. I'd stopped paying attention to them years and years ago.
Either way,
he's done miracles on Lamar Jack. Yeah, he's one of the fastest. Wait, is he one of the fastest, or is the fastest quarterback in the league currently? I forgot how fast. Lamar Jackson, if you ever seen him run or play Madden, dude, he's fucking fast, man. He is a fast quarterback. It's because Pistons are terrible. Yeah, you don't got time about that.
Yeah, I'm
not care. That's not even them just being terrible. It's just something about NBA just isn't even fun anymore. There's they put too many rules, too many restrictions now. It's just what the fuck? Just let them fucking play.
Sell the team.
Sell the team. Get who? I think it's the Illich family, right? Yeah, Illich family owns them. Shout out Cade Cunningham, though. Yeah, everyone was super excited when they Pistons drafted him and then he got hurt a few weeks later after we got him.
Yeah.
That was the funniest thing. So I was working at Stamp Comics when it happened. Ryan was super excited. He gets hurt, and I was like, so what about Motorcade again? That was so funny when he got hurt and went down back. That was so funny.
Yeah.
That was also the season the Lakers got almost everyone. That was a fucking wild season for the Lakers. They had Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook. Who the fuck am I missing on that team? But they didn't really do that good. But it was just they had a fucking lineup on that damn team, dude. That was nuts watching that unfold.
Yeah.
Adam's so confused and lost right now. I can see it.
Sports.
Let's get back to the comments.
Here's the thing. I'm going to get college football, obviously. We play college football. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll do a fun little live. We'll do college football live.
I'd be
I'll
down.
do it. I'll play.
I'd be down.
This just turned into a sports show. Cody is so confused. I don't think he thought I had it in me.
I think
I always knew you
I
had
think we
it.
got to get it back to the old college.
I mean, it's the after hours. We can talk
True.
about whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, I wish.
You guys are serious about the culture shock, the culture aspect of culture shock.
Yeah, it's the culture shock. It's everything.
It's
not just it's
it's-
pop culture, but if we know stuff, we can talk about
But
it.
you can
Like if I had someone, like if we brought on Cecilia, she knows magic. That's let her talk about magic.
The Gathering.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know that too. We'll have to play.
I told Grace I messed her. I was telling Grace I was like, "Hey, she's coming. We're doing that."
Tell you what, if Todd or Cecilia is watching this right now, I'm putting out the challenge. Verse me in magic right now. I'm putting out the challenge, laying down the gauntlet.
What's the other thing? I really want to get Grace on here and have her talk about musicals. Since that's the one area I lack in because I don't really like a lot of musicals that much. But
it's not always. Yeah, it's not about the count. It's always about. It's just about pop culture.
yeah.
It's how
Like,
I've always
I
explained
know
it to people.
are freaking out about Wicked.
It looks good. My dad even said it looks good.
The one thing I laugh at is whoever they got for the Wicked Witch. I have nothing wrong against her. She's got a big ass nose. Fucking nose, dude. Jesus
They
Christ.
should have gotten.
This is so fun. When I saw it, I go, dude, she's got a big nose.
Well, I mean, the Wicked Witch of the West has a big nose to begin with.
That,
I mean, so
it's just like
good casting.
I don't know what they did though. I don't know if they used makeup or prosthetic. It just looked really funny and really off. Like it wasn't like natural, like the original Wicked Witch of the West. Like even Mila Kunis was kind of like that looked really weird on her, but then it got better throughout that movie. Yeah, hey, get to you, like. Ooh,
What?
Speaking of the Wicked Witch of the West, I know Juancho wants to talk about this one. So does Adam.
No Juan, only Bob Iger.
Oh yeah, Bob Iger.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't know who Juan is. He's cool
Oh,
though.
speaking of Wicked Witch of the West, if you've been living under a rock the past few days, Warner Brothers came out swinging with multiverses again.
Oh.
They got your favorite. I know you were happy. And here's the thing: I told a lot of people he was coming to the game. A lot of people didn't believe me, but I didn't think they were gonna pull the voice actor out either.
I did not know that was going to happen.
Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna happen. I thought they were gonna get.
Can we talk about them the screenshots later of a different?
Oh yeah, the one you got very excited about, Lorenzo.
Go through that real quick. All right, so multiverses. If you've been living under a rock, the game's coming back next week. Or if it's next week. Holy shit, the game's back. And a few months ago, there was a giant list of leaked DLC characters, which included Godzilla, King Kong, Wicked Witch of the West, Legolas, Emmett from the Lego Movie, 11 from Stranger Things, somehow on the list. I wonder if they got the rights to her. Scooby-Doo, Daffy Duck, Johnny Bravo, Samurai Jack, I think was on that list. Ben 10 was also on that list. Blue Beetle is on that list. One of the characters was the Joker. And if you've been playing Suicide Squad, Joker was also added to that game, which I'll talk about that game on another show, and just where I think that game is headed, and it's just got to fix a lot of things. Lego Emmett. Yeah, Lego Emmett's going to be in the game. But one of the characters was the Joker. And if you know multiverses, they got a lot of cool voice talent from Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
One in particular was Kevin Conroy's Batman. Came back before he passed, which everyone was super excited.
Oh yeah.
So the Joker, I didn't think they were going to do it. They completely surprised me with it. I texted him right away. I texted Marcus right away.
Mm-hmm.
I think I sent it to you right away. I was like, they did it. They got him for that final performance. The final two performances everyone wanted out of him.
Love his line too.
With Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3 coming, he's also reprising his role. Mark Hamill is reprising his role as the Joker two final times. One in Crisis and one in Multiverses. And the one was, wait till they get a load of me.
I love
and
that.
Marcus goes, there's no way Mark Hamill just said that as his Joker. And I said, you better believe it. They're also adding the Batman Who Laughs as a skin.
Yes,
That's going to be really cool. They're doing Killing Joke as a skin. So, listen, despite what you think about multiverses, how you played it the first round, if you liked it, I really loved it the first
what you
way.
tagged
was
me
good, yeah.
yesterday.
Oh, yeah, Dexter's Laboratory is getting to the stage, so that leads you to believe Dexter's coming to the game.
My favorite is no DD allow.
Yeah,
I'm
no
like, there's
DD
gonna
allowed.
be DD in this.
But another fun leak happened in the Joker trailer. when he's on the computer going through Batman's computer, getting all the files of everyone's weakness. We saw another hint at 3 other characters that I haven't mentioned yet that were kind of on the leak list, but they've been very quiet. The Powerpuff Girls, which
That makes
got me
sense.
really excited too.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I love Super Smash Brothers. I have the amiibos chilling on the side. I have a few of the third-party amiibos, which are really cool. When it comes to multiverses, old Warner animation, just anything Warner has done animation, it's always been golden. The fact that this game got approved and it happened and it's coming back, they're hyping it up again.
I have it on my PS5.
Also, Marceline is coming to the game from Adventure Time. They've talked about adding Mordecai and Rigby from regular shows.
That would be interesting.
Like you're excited for Godzilla now that they fixed all that whole right situation with him and King Kong. They're both coming to the game.
Yeah.
Also, Jay is super excited for Scorpion and Sub-Zero coming to the game. There's a lot of Warner Brothers. I think Multiverse ass. I played that for hours. Everyone said it looked slow. I was like, I think they're just doing it for dramatic, just to show the moves. They played fast. It was fast as all.
That was the
It was very
thing.
early on in the game. And
here's the thing: it's very early in the game. There's much you can fix with this one.
I just found it interesting that they just said, "Oh, never mind. We put it out there. We're gonna take it back, and then we're just gonna
took it back to fix it because there was a lot wrong with the network. Was kind of
it was literally the first thing he had me download on my PS5.
I'm like, get Multiverse. I'm like, you're gonna love
And
this
we
game.
played
He's
it.
like, why? And then he heard the convoy. He's like, oh, Matthew Lillard coming back as Shaggy was also a big one. That was fun.
Then you had they can do mature voices or something.
Yeah,
it's like I was like, oh, so I can have Shaggy cursing out people. Great.
Yeah, it's one of those games where it's free. You play it, you like it. If you don't, it's fine. But it's the fact that they're putting all this detail into maps for Warner Brothers. They're getting voice actors what is it? Tim Dale coming back for Superman.
Oh my God, really?
I think Rosaria. No, not Rosaria. They got someone from Wonder Woman. I don't think it was Rosaria.
You mean Susan?
Susan Eisenberg?
I think she's back for Wonder Woman.
That means Crisis is going to be bigger than I think it is.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard was the first announcement that he was coming back as Shaggy, but people heard it in the first thing. What's his name? Eric Banza, who does Bugs Bunny, is doing all through the characters. Yeah, the regular show cast came back, which leads me to believe if they had Ice King, Tom Kenny's coming in to voice Ice King, and I love Ice King. And that's why I think they redid Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. It's because they fucked up that first time. And they're like, we have actual voice actors we can get a hold of. We got to call them now.
Yeah.
When they saw what Multiverses was already doing. She's the best Wonder Woman voice. Yeah. Wait, who was it? The one, Susan or Rosario? I think Rosario's pretty good, too.
Rosario did really good.
Yeah, Rosario.
Rosario. He's talking about Susan.
Yeah.
Voice from Justice League, the animated series.
Oh, Tara Strong is Harley Quinn.
Yep.
Oh my God, what's her name? Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, Game of Thrones.
Stark.
Yeah, Arya. Who's the voice? Who plays Arya?
I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah,
they got her. Yeah,
Maisie Williams.
Yeah, Maisie Williams doing the voice. What do you want me to pull up?
Pull up Crisis Part 3 and then Cape Crusader. I just want to talk about this and then I'm probably gonna take off after this.
Yeah, we could probably end it after that.
Yeah. Oh, really quick, did you guys know that they were gonna do Crisis on Infinite Earths? The CW was gonna be put in theaters. There was a lot of talks about that. Sometimes it's I hate to be full of myself sometimes. Hold on 1 second.
All right. Yeah, Present? No. Yeah. This one. There we go. Yeah, that's what Adam freaked out about when he first saw that.
This was a great birthday gift. This was a great birthday gift. This was everyone was sending beautiful birthday posts of respecting me at its finest. This drops. I can't, even though I know this is probably going to be a short scene. I mean, I don't know. What are you thinking? Maybe 5? How long do you think the scene's going to be?
For lucky 7 seconds.
If anything, I think maybe 3 minutes
Maybe.
because you have Mark Hamill, you have Kevin Conroy,
Mhm.
you have the Batman animated series animation. This makes me happy. Spider-Man returning on X-Men 97, X-Men 97. It's good to be a 90s kid.
Yeah.
That's really what it's about. And I'm very happy that this is the end. Unfortunately, it is sad, but this is the end of Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy's Batman and Joker. They've been doing this since 1991. And so it's finally it's time to put them to rest. But you can always hear them if you read comics. That's very true. Kyle, are you excited for Crisis Part 3?
I am. I watched Part 1.
Still
Part 2 is not on Max yet, so
still need to see it. Yeah.
Oh, Part 1 was pretty good.
Part 1 wasn't bad.
It was pretty good.
Very much it was very much the Flash.
Yeah. I would say the thing with Part 1 was I kind of got a little confused because it kept jumping in between stuff, and I was kind of like, hey, can you make it easier to follow? But
yeah, Part 1 was very.
I'm
a Flash fan, but I did not like Part 1.
It was a little confusing.
It wasn't Crisis until like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I really do think that Part 3 is finally going to be the homage, the celebration of the DC animation.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we're going to see the Justice League, our Justice League. I think we'll see Teen Titans, as the Super Friends are hinted in it. Superman the series. I really do think it's going to be this nice big anniversary before we go into James Gunn's DC animation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, season 2 of My Adventures with Superman.
Yeah, I know Lorenzo's super excited.
Ooh, I love that show. Oh, that's coming out next week too.
Mm-hmm.
Not next week. I think it's like 25th.
Batman Cape Crusader.
Oh yeah, it is next
Images.
week. There's so much coming out. I love the first season of My Adventures with Superman. I remember hearing about the show, then not hearing about it, and I got very excited. And then I heard it again, and I saw the trailer. I was like, I like this. I was like, this is great. And then, yeah, I remember the show just kind of fell off the face of the earth for like a hot damn second.
Been waiting for this show. Keep asking where it's been. Where is it at?
Yeah, I remember this was the first images we got. I mean, I know people didn't see, but yeah,
the Superman one was the weird one. I was like, oh, it's gonna be on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Oh, I announced it was Adult Swim, and I was like, oh.
But switching to
another property here.
To
everything but Disney for Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Mr. Iger, you gotta put out more content.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
All right, let's talk about this first.
Let's talk about this one.
Set in the 40s.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is pure.
I'm excited to see how it goes.
This is pure Detective Comics, 1939 all the way to 1940, right before Robin gets introduced.
I made you proud. I got in a fight with someone on Facebook comments about Harley Quinn.
Really?
They're like, why are they changing Harley Quinn? This isn't Harley Quinn. I was like, Bruce Timm created Harley Quinn, right? With Paul Dini in the animated series. She doesn't originate from the comics. She's like, yeah, but they're changing her. I go, they literally created her. If anyone has the right to change her, it is Bruce fucking Timm. Of all fucking people.
So I'm proud of you. So
like, holy shit.
So the one thing that they said is that because it's Harley Quinn, but with no Joker, it makes it more menacing and more scary.
Yeah, she's gonna be more.
I'm excited to see that part. Yeah.
One of the big themes, I sent it to Marcus, and Marcus was like, "Oh shit, this is real." He's very excited for Clayface.
Yeah,
that serial killer.
So I wonder. Here's what I'm thinking they're gonna do, because we've heard the giant rumors for the Batman Part 2 that Clayface is the villain.
Mm-hmm.
If this Clayface is good, and then we get to see it in live action, and people are gonna freak the fuck out.
I don't know how I feel about another serial killer though. If they're going that route,
it's fine. It's grounded.
I like the idea of the actor, like a tormented actor, with the way how Batman animates.
Kind of like something different.
Oh look, he's got the trunks.
Yeah, he's got the trunks. Want to go there?
And he's got the gloves.
You want to go? You want to go back there?
Same as Batman getting the trunks.
Yeah, in an animated show.
He's still got the trunks.
It's a comic accurate costume in a cartoon.
It is. Yeah, it's comic accurate.
That's great.
Let me ask you this.
That Bob Iger fella is kind of cute.
Let me ask you this. How do you?
Looks like you blew your hired.
Going back to the 30s suit.
I like it. I feel like the 30s suit doesn't get enough love, and I feel like now showing it, we're gonna, it's gonna get more love. And sorry to repeat it.
Now, here's my thing: give him the purple gloves.
I think he'll get purple gloves.
He'll get them.
Okay.
And the purple trunks as well. Can you please? Can you please give me solo Doctor Doom film?
Yeah.
Didn't they? I thought there was like
There was-
ramblings.
There
about
was always
something.
back at Fox.
Yeah, before the merger.
For the merger.
Well, I heard that like Howard Stern was somehow affiliated with that or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. They're gonna have Howard Stern as Doctor Doom.
But,
Where's
Imagine
my
that.
Magneto movie? Oh, it's just First Class.
well, that's
Well, they were gonna do a Magneto movie, and they're like,
After
well,
X-Men or after Wolverine, but Wolverine kind of bombed due to
Well,
writer strike.
yeah. But I mean, I'm excited to see it.
comes out August.
Amazon Prime. Oh, speaking of Prime, we'll wrap it up here in a quick second. Silk. Silk is not happening at Amazon Prime. It's being shopped around on other studios.
Nicolas Cage.
Yes, Cage's Spider-Man Noir got picked up instead. So I'm thinking Amazon was sitting there and they go, all right, a Silk show where we're going to have very little, we're going to have that Silk audience kind of tune in. That's not a lot of people, even though for a Spider-Man show. Or we have recognition here with Nick Cage playing Spider-Man Noir, and people loved him in Amazing and Into the Spider-Verse.
That's an easy choice.
Nick
Right
Cage.
away, Nick Cage.
I wonder. So they say that that's going to be live action.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how that goes.
It's going to be
I really
set
am.
in the 40s.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
40s because it's World War II.
Amazon is becoming the home of comic books.
The
I can't-
Boys, Invincible,
I can't
Batman.
believe it's a fucking company. I hate that company.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
I hate that company, but they're taking over all the fucking. They're taking comic books.
But at least they're picking up, the good stuff. Like, who would have thought The Boys would have been a breakout hit?
My mom is enjoying Invincible. We're watching
Yeah.
Invincible right now.
Who would have thought Invincible would have been a breakout hit?
Yeah.
Because again, a lot of people didn't read the Invincible comic. When I had to look up, I saw Robert Kirkman. I was like, hey, isn't this the guy that wrote The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Mary Little Batman was actually good. My mom, we watched it Christmas, and we were like, this is something I would have watched as a kid.
Mr. Egger, we have a question.
Oh, cast me as Doom. Yeah,
There you go, right there.
you'll be Doom Junior.
He'll be Doom Jr.
Invincible needs better animated. Oh, there's Cody back. Yeah.
I like
it had
him.
good animation.
I like it.
No, I won't cover your face blue.
it.
Well, you heard it here first. We have confirmed casting for Doctor Doom.
It's
It's gonna be blue. Boo doo da da dee ba dee da dee da.
Before we go, because it is almost 2 hours for this after show. Anything else?
Oh,
Comments,
Agatha.
concern?
Agatha?
Oh yeah, Agatha all
Being
along
trolled. Being trolled by
That
all the titles.
was hilarious.
That was very powerful. I think the fact that they kept changing the title. When I saw that they were doing the Lion Witch and the the Lying Witch and the Good Wardrobe, I was like, that can't be the real title. And then I'm like, oh, it was all a troll. I love
I
it.
freaking love that title. I caught it right before Marvel deleted it. I was like, this is the title. And it was like, wait a minute, it's being deleted. I'm like, oh, fuck.
They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. I was like, that's a dumb
What
title.
else?
And I
I
was
know
like,
they
wait.
showed the first footage of Daredevil.
Mhm.
Oh, Hardest looks awesome. I can't wait for
Very excited.
Speaking of first footage, Lawrence, I don't know if you heard a Sonic 3 trailer this week or next week.
I've heard we should be getting a trailer soon. I'd probably put it as. Here's the thing.
Spires.
Here's the thing. It is a Paramount movie. I wouldn't be
You're welcome.
surprised if they put it next to If.
I
In
won't be
front
sure.
of If.
Yeah.
We have a couple of movies we need to. Well, I know I'm behind because of being fucking sick. I gotta catch up. I gotta see Apes.
Apes was good.
We're gonna try to see Apes tomorrow. On me and Kyle and Lorenzo, we're gonna try to see Apes.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I saw it twice.
Yes. All I've heard is this one line, and I freaking love the line. What a wonderful day!
Okay.
You haven't seen Fall Guy yet.
I haven't seen Fall Guy yet.
Man,
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I need to watch it though.
That's
I heard it's really good.
It's really good.
So I
I'm not gonna
thought
lie.
the theater exclusive trailer
For
for
Twister.
Twisters, and that
I can't
new
wait for
trailer looked great.
I'm not
by the
missing
way.
that on opening night. Twister.
There was a fire tornado.
If I've heard it's great, I've heard Garfield
I heard
is
Garfield is pretty fun.
I've heard the opposite for F.
Oh, yeah, I heard good things of Furiosa.
I've heard a lot of mix. I heard a lot of people like it. I heard a lot of people don't. I'll go see If. I'll give it a benefit.
I want
of
to
the doubt.
see if I want to see Garfield. I'm excited for Despicable Me 4. I
Mhm.
love me minions.
Yeah, Furiosa.
Furiosa, I've heard is good.
Really
It's
good.
really
I heard
good.
some people say it's not Fury Road. It's kind of a step down, but it's still very good.
Inside Out looks very emotional again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll do good.
Yeah. I didn't care for the first one. I watched it and I was just like, okay.
I liked Fear. Fear.
Gave me some
Really?
fear. Holy shit.
What else comes up?
Someone said I should
Wolverine.
Someone said I should have cosplayed as Fear once because I have that scrawny body.
Oh, you're bulking up.
Mm.
He's bulking up.
What is it? We have Deadpool, Wolverine,
Deadpool, Wolverine,
Furiosa, If, Garfield. Am I missing any other big movies?
No, I felt like the list just dragged down. Is there any Universal movies?
Crow got delayed to August. Craven got delayed to
Delayed till
December.
next year.
Till like basically December.
Yeah, it's December now. Venom,
Venom.
3, Beetlejuice.
Can't wait.
September, yeah.
The juice is loose.
Oh, yeah, the Looney Tunes movie is coming out.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes, The Day the Earth Blew Up.
Yeah.
That looks really funny. I've seen the premise and it looks kind of fun. I'm hearing rumblings apparently of a Coyote vs. Acme news on the horizon.
About time.
I don't know what they're doing. They probably just realized we're just gonna throw this in theaters and see if people see it.
I think it's.
I would say just throw it on
'Cause,
streaming.
Yeah, Todd. No, you got to make your money off that one. You're not gonna make it off streaming, unfortunately.
a marketing there has to be
Yeah.
some kind of marketing for it.
We have another question, Mr. Iger.
Yes.
Oh,
5 Mighty Ducks.
sure, man. We'll put it in the docket. Spider-Man and Mighty Ducks.
Heard it here first. Mighty Ducks is getting a revival. Didn't
Again.
we already? Yeah, again.
Yeah.
Again.
Again.
Let's see. But I mean, obviously, I have to talk about
Foggy Nelson is on the Mighty Ducks.
Foggy now. Yeah, he is. He is. We got to talk about, at least for me, the news that I was not expecting to hear, which was Hawkeye season 2. That was getting some rambles. What's that look for?
I've heard it hasn't been greenlit.
That's okay. If it's true or
So I
not.
don't know if they're doing what you
I've
think
heard
they're doing.
I've heard rumblings that Moon Knight season 2's happening.
Moon Knight season 2 sounds like everyone wants it, and I don't know why Marvel's being very. I mean, Marvel's always close to the chest, but I was kind of like,
I feel like a lot of the shows that they announced Loki season 2 right away.
yeah.
I just don't know why they're dicking around with announcing the other ones.
Well, I think even What If season 2 was announced pretty
yeah,
quick.
and now we're on season 3 with that one.
Yeah, I know. Do we even know when that's coming out?
A lot of this stuff is gonna come out. We're gonna hear a lot about this stuff on D23, but I also
Yeah.
don't expect a lot.
Yeah, zombies.
Or Comic Con's, right? I
Yeah.
keep forgetting.
Oh, Marvel
Comic-Con's
Zombies,
there.
yeah.
I
Marvel's-
haven't heard anything about that damn show. Last I heard
I've
was
heard-
Scarlet Witch is going to be the main villain.
I've
They're
heard
gonna
that
call
the
it the
main
Dead Queen.
the main protagonist is going to be like, was it
Yeah, I think it was Kamala. Miss Marvel.
Kamala?
It's gonna
Was
be
like
centered around her.
yeah, something like
I
that.
keep hearing Nova.
Yep, Nova. I heard now is. We've heard Nova for years.
We've heard Nova
They
for
got to do
years.
something with Nova
One.
sooner. I keep hearing rumblings for Ghost Rider.
Yep.
Make that happen
That
already.
it's
Get
I've
Ghost
heard
Rider.
they can't decide whether if they want it to be an actual movie again, or they actually want to do a special presentation.
I would just
and
do a
make it
special
cool.
presentation, gauge the interest, and then make it a movie.
They have 2 actors in mind. I guess they really want from Walking Dead,
Norman
Norman
Reedus.
Reedus.
and then I've heard Ryan Gosling had been talked.
You know, the kicker is they want Keanu Reeves for like a lot of they want Keanu Reeves. He said, "I want to do Ghost Rider."
I think for him,
Just give it to
if
him.
you're getting Keanu Reeves,
Mhm.
you have to.
He wants Ghost Rider.
Announced
How do I-
Spider-Man 7, 8, 9.
How do I say this? With
I'm not pitting that,
Keanu-
Blue. I'm not pitting that. Don't or not even. Lorenzo's not going to pin it. Okay, Lorenzo's going to. Okay.
I ain't afraid.
I'm very much afraid, but all right.
Sounds like you, bro. Anyway,
You can find all that on your local.
You can.
Disney Hub.
question. Yeah, it was a W question.
As
Yeah,
your-
I've heard
as your
the thing
lawyer,
with
I must
Keanu
attest.
Reeves, you have to find the right character for him.
I feel like Johnny Blaze could be a good character for him.
He is, but
Okay.
that one's super. That's kind of like that's cool. That's just that one's kind of lazy a little bit. It's like, all right, we're getting Keanu Reeves. Let's make it worth his time. Let's make it worth our time. We're working with Keanu Reeves. Do we want to just cast him as this Ghost Rider and play it lazy and safe? Like, okay, yeah, or can we find him something like cool? Like, come on, it's.
I mean, if that's the character he wants and that's what it takes for him to play
Like,
ball, so be it.
I know TJ was saying, "Oh, Keanu Reeves was a lazy choice for Shadow." It's like
I think
that's actually a solid choice because a lot of
yeah.
people have wanted Keanu Reeves.
When I heard it, I was like, I'm rocking with
Him
it.
as Doom.
Ooh,
Him as Doom.
Him as
I would have been
Doom.
interested in. I'm still on the boat of Mads Mikkelsen for Doom.
all right. This one would be a cool one. Now that I think about it, Keanu Reeves as King, the chosen one having multiple variants. That would be so sick. Because then we can make a Neo variant canon.
No.
Michael
Michael
Cera
Cera.
as Doom.
Put that one up there. Why don't we?
Yo, just recast Daredevil, make it Michael Cera.
I would cry.
Jack Black as Daredevil.
I would do a
And
lot
again in the
more.
night, I was on a rooftop.
I would do a lot more than cry.
You gotta get Jack Black as Daredevil and Kyle Glass as Punisher.
Who casting is T'Challa, Robert Downey Jr.
We're
Robert-
casting as T'Challa.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, it's gotta be the
playing a
Tropic Thunder.
Robert Downey
I
Jr.
think Lorenzo should play T'Challa next.
Yeah. What's the other question? What are you hovering over?
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. What about Ryan Gosling as Daredevil?
Actually, that would not have been a bad idea.
And I'm just Matt. Anywhere else I'm a 5 isn't my destiny. To...
I know I like Juan's casting for me. I think Juan did great casting for me.
Who did Juan
Yesterday.
cast for you?
Oh, he put David Tennant as
Yeah, the
as
doctor.
as
And I got Tom Brady because Michigan man.
Juan can nail those
Then
castings.
Kira Scott the Waz. The
What?
best one.
Juan, go phone in Bob Iger. Go phone in Topher Grace. I need.
Yeah, Adam has to be Topher Grace now. But it has
We
to
need
be the
T'Challa
Topher
back
Grace
in the
from.
MCU. I actually do have to agree with this.
Yeah,
I do want
that's what I've been
T'Challa
saying.
back.
Yeah.
You have to make sure it's the Topher Grace from that '70s show. Eric Foreman. That's the Adam.
need the one where he's holding the lightsaber.
I agree. We do need T'Challa back. I
got a choice for T'Challa.
Hmm.
John David Washington.
I rock with it.
If you ever seen Tenet, he's great in that.
Mhm.
I heard he's
Rock
good
with
in I think it's Black Klansman.
He was my choice for if they were still gonna do this whole DC.
Yeah, but Snyder picked some dude I never even
Well,
heard of. I
no,
don't
I'm
even
talking about
know
the
the
DC.
guy.
I was talking about the DCU at the time. I
He-
said
He's still my choice of Gunn has to cast Jon Stewart as John David Washington.
I would, bring him back to the multiverse. Yeah, I mean, okay, so let me get on my hypothetical soapbox here for a moment. So
All right.
just for a moment, then we should probably
Well, I mean, we'll probably
wrap it up here.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
just
wrap
gonna
it up.
do my hypothetical. So my biggest thing is with the MCU and the Avengers movies and all this, they each progressively, like each Avengers movie kind of tries to one up each other. Okay, so we have first Avengers. Okay, we have the heroes get together. Cool. Second Avengers. Okay, well now they have to work as a team. They're kind of more established. We're gonna add some more characters. Sprinkle it in a little bit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a little hint of an Infinity Stone. Ooh,
Yeah.
spooky. Then we have Civil War. It's
Yeah.
kind of an Avengers movie, right? Okay, well, what if they have differing beliefs? What if they fight each other? Oh no, they broke up. Blah. Then we have Infinity War. Hey,
Like a band like the Beatles.
Then we have Infinity War. Okay, so now we kind of are like, oh, there's this big looming thread. But like here we are. Now we're doing like the now we're kind of bringing in the Guardians. Okay, cool. Now we have Endgame, where it's like we're bringing everything together. Everyone's fighting. It's like, whoa, we're
Even
building
Howard the
more.
Duck.
Even Howard the Duck. And I'm like, okay, now we're doing the King Dynasty or whatever they're calling it now. I don't know what they're doing there. And then Secret Wars is probably going to be, okay, we're going to have the entire multiverse come together. We're going to have, you know, Tobey Maguire, all these characters coming in here. It's going to be crazy. What do you do after Secret Wars? And my whole
grapevine about King Dynasty.
Okay, can I finish my part and then we can go? Okay,
we can get to that. And I'll end
so
on mine.
My whole thing was, what do you do after? What do you do after Secret Wars? And as backwards as it is, I was gonna say, if you want to keep doing the universe, go for it. Only one thing though, how do you one up it? you cross over with DC. Crazy as it will be, will that happen? Probably not. But that's the next. We never thought we would see Tobey Maguire in one of these movies as Spider-Man. Here we are. We never thought Hugh Jackman would come back. Here he is. So it's possible, but I think that's the next step after Secret Wars. Either that or you reboot. And I am probably sitting more in the camp of rebooting, just because we have these characters, we love them, but you know, it's time for fresh takes. I'll even say this. I am ready for a fresh take on Hawkeye.
Right.
And Daredevil.
And Daredevil. I am ready. You know, you
Here.
Anyway.
That it can actually be true.
I think a DC Marvel crossover is possible.
I think it is.
I think it's gonna happen. I do think it's gonna happen. I think really quick out of this one is this bundle pack.
Squirrel Girl.
This bundle pack that Disney and Max are working together. Warner Brothers and Disney are working together. It's
Here's my thing, though. Again, there's an ask for Marvel DC crossover.
It's not gonna happen for a while.
I'm not saying like it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen right now. Let this new universe kick off and get its footing and get all those characters situated.
Get Dark
Because in like 10 years, you got Marvel DC crossover.
Yeah, I think that will be the very. Yeah.
But here's the thing: who'd pay for the movie? Who would distribute the movie?
Well,
that's why I don't think it's never going to happen.
Well, that's for them to work. I mean, we never thought we'd see a Marvel DC comic, and
Kevin Feige.
Then they started working together with the Amalgam universe.
Yeah, but here's the thing: who gets the box office return from the movie?
That's for them to figure out.
That's why it's never going to happen.
We'll get the box office.
Yeah, we get the box office.
Yeah, we get the box office.
It'll be half and half.
No,
who knows?
It won't be half and half. They're gonna fight that. Disney would want every cent of that damn.
We have seen crazier shit happen in box office. We have. I mean, again, we were thinking, oh, Spider-Man's never going to show up in this universe. Well, here he is.
That's true.
You know, so I it's possible, but I think again it's going to be in the very far future, and there's going to be a lot of heavy negotiations.
The King Dynasty, to end it off on the biggest rumor I've heard from the grapevine about the directors. So still heard Sam Raimi's in the circle.
Okay.
For Ryan Coogler's back up in the circle again. But this was a new one. They did say they wanted to find someone who's never directed an MCU movie yet.
Mm-hmm.
They may have found it. I've heard his name way more times now that I'm seeing it pop up. It is the Transformers Rise of the Beast director.
Okay.
His name is Lorenzo something, I think. No. What's his name?
Not our Lorenzo.
Yeah, they've said now he is in the circle for directing. Stephen Capel Jr. is in. Zack Snyder, King Dynasty director. Let's go. Yeah, I've heard it's Stephen Rise of the Beast. I liked Rise of the Beast. I thought it was a solid Transformer, so I thought it was super fun.
I liked it.
The energy was fun. The characters were fun. Everyone had their great shining moment in that movie. I think if you're looking at a director, he's a solid choice. Because again, it didn't feel like it was just a one Transformer centered movie. Mirage had his moment. RC had her moment.
Rhinox had 2 lines.
Yeah.
Cheetor had 2 lines.
Optimus had his great sacrificing line.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Optimus had cool moments. Bumblebee had his
Don't call it a comeback.
needle
Yeah.
drop moment.
So many Power Ranger so many Power Ranger hints. It's funny.
Even Anthony Ramos had his cool human moment.
Mhm.
What's the
Hell, you even got G.I. Joe.
is it
Yeah.
Primus? No, Primal. Well, it's
Optimus Primal.
Optimus Primal.
Primal had his cool moment with the Maximals.
But but Rhinox and Cheetor.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway,
But every one of them got their
It's
moment,
still-
except for those 2.
it still looked cool when he did the giant cool one shot of it going through, and they're just all like in the giant war zone. I feel like that's a director you want for it.
Yeah.
Kang Dynasty, showing
I'm
off all the
excited to
heroes
see-
fighting off all the Kangs.
I would be very excited to see what he comes up with if that is true. Obviously, I'm
Like I said,
gonna
I've
see it regardless.
Heard his
but-
name a few times
Yeah.
now. And,
I would be interested.
and they want someone who's never done an MCU movie, so they're thinking outside the box, which is cool.
That's smart. Yeah, get something fresh.
Again, he's reeling off of Transformers, Rise of the Beast, successful.
Mm-hmm.
They called him back. It's getting a sequel with G.I. Joe now, more
Good.
involved.
All right.
And if you think about it, if he does Rise of the Beast or whatever this Transformers sequel is, then he's doing Kang Dynasty.
He's done franchise work before, so it's he can hold it. He can
I
hold
need
it
to
down.
see what other movies he's done.
But anyway, long story short, I think it's time for us to.
Oh, he did Creed 2.
He did Creed 2. I think it's time for us to call it a night. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta do my thing.
He's
All
gotta do his
right.
thing.
All right. So this was a After Hours episode. After Hours episode of Culture Shock. For next episode, stay tuned. We will be talking about who or who may not be in Deadpool Wolverine. It will be a fun long episode. We'll have who is who. There will be notes and everything of who is in Deadpool Wolverine. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That's all I'm gonna say. My name is Adam.
My name is Juancho.
I was gonna say a joke, but I can't even get that far. I'll just say Kyle, man.
Just kidding, it's Lorenzo. Y'all know who I am.
We do.
And that is Bob Iger himself.
My fellow Americans.
Who sounds like Barack Obama. Funny. Interesting enough.
Bob Iger almost did run for president.
Of course he did.
And for that, everyone have a great weekend and go watch X-Men.
Deuces.
7.
Take care now.
Take care.